we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind, then never mind, we'll fight and win, for we're from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren's gone. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold, for we're from Tiger, yellow and black, we're from Tigerland. Fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind, then never mind, we'll fight and win, for we're from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren's gone. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold, for we're from Tiger, yellow and black, we're from Tigerland.
It is time. Wow, it is going to be an awesome match. Richmond and GWS, the intense showdown, is about to begin in about 2 minutes. Hearts beating, chest pumping. We cannot wait. Wow, it's going to be a very good match for sure. So, the match will start in about 2 minutes. But unlucky for Richmond, they lost a defender, which is David Asprey, has been replaced by Grathwaite, so he will be in the side, which is a late change. But without Toby Green, GWS has to find their own way to win this match, but this will be intense for sure, so get ready, here we go. Let's get started. There's an ad, so once we wait until we go back to the match, then I'll unmute. But this is going to be exciting, by the way, guys. Wait, what time does it start? 7:50. Okay, we have 5 minutes. Okay, so I just reckon to start 10 minutes before, so won't start yet, but we got a couple of minutes. That's why we have sorry, I started the stream early, so it was like, okay, we'll just get ready before the game. But man, I cannot wait. If you guys are excited, drop a like. We got a couple minutes to go. And these both teams are trying their hardest to get in the top 8, so this will be very interesting. So I'm with Job as well, guys. If you guys see Job in the chat, that's Job, Charles QQQ. He's streaming on Twitch as well. Me and Job will be doing reactions and stuff like that. Might react to it in the last quarter. But without Dustin Martin, it's gonna be pretty hard, but we'll see how we go. So we got 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes and 50 seconds. We have plenty of time, so might as well wait to chat until before it starts. So I don't want to put the audio on right now because some ads have music, so I don't want to get this stream copyright claimed. But right now I'm just looking at the KO and the Richmond GWS game, but hasn't started yet. About 3 minutes or so. Hopefully Richmond doesn't do like, a lot of mistakes as they usually did in a couple weeks or so. Like last week or two, there have been alright, haven't been fumbling a lot. So tonight's match will be again, as I said, whoever wins this match will be in 7th place. And the person who loses this match will be in the bottom 10, and that will mean season over for them. So both teams, if GWS win, they will 100% be in the finals because you guys will be in the 7th place. You won't drop down. You might drop down to like 8 or so, because there's gonna be some teams that are close towards the 8, but you're like at least 85-90% chance to get in the finals if you're a GWS team. And then if you're a Richmond team and you lose this, then yeah, you'll be in the bottom 10. Yo, the footy match hasn't started yet, Figueroa. The bounce will start in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Alright, there's still ads going on. As I said, I'll let you know once before the bounce. I do not want this stream to get copyright claimed, alright? Because I don't like copyright music and I don't want this stream to get copyright claimed. Alright? The only thing I can play music is like non-copyright music, but there's lots of ads that have copyright music, but again, I'm looking at on my other end and I'll let you know when it's 20 seconds and I'll put it back. Yeah, I also know that, guys, I know that my stream has been like, black and stuff like that. Reason is because I was very tired for the past couple of days when the match was like for round 22. So that's why you guys saw black, screen, because I have my TV usually turns off because of power saving mode. So I'm not really that tired now, but we'll watch the game together. Won't be any black screen, stuff like that, so it should be good. Alright, here we go.
Tigers. I'm going for the upset then. If you two are going for Richmond, I'll go for the Giants to see whether they can just finally do the rest of the competition a favour and get this Richmond side out of the finals mix. It's going to be a beauty. Can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to be back at half-time to give all the analysis of the big game.
The captain can do something.
Shane Mumford against Toby Nankervis. The bounce of the ball not too far away.
But whoever wins, GG's. Alright. Good luck to both teams though.
The finals have started early. Perfect bounce. Body heat from Mumford. Hopper gets involved early. And already Big Mummy's starting to just look around the circle. Ward bounces it to half forward. Kelly just off the shins. Hogan nice and clean, just missed with the handball. Cochin. Lambert. Ward just wraps him up. And a ball up.
Sam Taylor going to Tom Lynch. That's the match-up for today, so that'll be a big battle for Sam.
And Curvis. Interested in your thoughts on Lynch and his form during this game. Lepper as well. Kennedy, Kelly. On to Ash. And immediately inside 50, the Giants, and will throw it in deep in the pocket.
And at the other end, we expected Garthwaite maybe to take the Hogan matchup, which he has got. Which is a big task there for Ryan Garthwaite.
All 9 games this weekend involve sides sitting in the top 9 positions, playing the sides in the bottom 9 positions. Unusual happening, doesn't happen very often. Stack, Kelly's handball past his mother, Mumford. Bowling Stack over Graham, just managed to get boot to ball, but straight down the throat here of Whitfield.
Brilliant last week, Lockie Whitfield. Long ball, Hogan well placed. It was a beautiful ball for him. And Jesse gets a set shot. Look at it.
Did well, Hogan. Just stayed on the move. And Boston made the little mistake of turning his back on the footy early. So got a little bit turned around. Just good movement from Hogan.
Watched him in the warm-up, JB, kick 7 or 8, and he missed everything to the right, and his ball drop was bad, and he's moving the ball around a lot on his approach.
See if he can fix that in game, BT. Loves it. First blood Giants. Great to have him back.
Yeah, had a really good look at him during the warm-up, and he was perhaps a little bit down in confidence.
I like the move that Hogan did.
Kicked too many of them, and he's nailed that one, which will do his confidence the world of good.
It's a better game of footy when he's playing.
Yep, it
Jesse
is.
Hogan.
Well, it was a good block down ahead of play here and just ended up with Floston on the matchup. Garthwaite got a little block. Great work for the Giants forwards, really working for each other to isolate that 1v1 matchup in that part of the ground. That's not the matchup that they'll want there.
Good use of the body. And there it is. This is what you're talking about,
all the blocking, yeah.
All the blocking for each other. Someone hoping to get out of the loop there. And sometimes it's your turn, sometimes it's not. Kelly, bit of a wobble. You heard the umpire's ball touch. Brett Roseberry umpiring today with Andrew Stevens and Jacob Mollison, 3 of our very best. They're away here, the Tigers. Daniel Rioli very, very wide. Wanted it back there, Bolton didn't get it. Short kick to Rewald on the lead. And
good job by
with our top 3
Baker.
contenders out.
Could see Winch there.
Walker.
Could see Giants are just blocking Winch.
That leaves Jack Rewald.
She doesn't.
And Tom Hawkins 12 goals behind for the race for the Coleman. 2 games to do it. Highly unlikely they'll get there. So Rewalt has got a nice shape for this particular kick here. Distance shouldn't be his problem. It's beautifully struck.
Good
kick. Magnificently struck. A little bit left to right, but there's a free kick, and Jack Rewalt was not happy given the fact he'd kicked the goal. Someone's given away a free and an unnecessary
That's
contact
Tom
incident.
Winch. That's Tom Winch.
What a kick that was.
Reset. Time on.
That's extraordinary.
I saw Tom Winch there because
shot.
Winch was trying to kick that
Giving
goal.
away a free kick for it.
And
amazing.
Especially when it's gone through goalpost height, JB.
It couldn't have been hit any better. Dow, we get an inside 50 again through short. And late fist.
Just look behind the ball. Dylan
Winch
Grant's
didn't
ball
do
on
that.
his own. He's about 30 metres clear of the next passage of play. He's looking to stop that really fast transition from one end of the ground to the other.
Ball in.
Don't hold. Don't hold.
1 foot to the front. Ward to Kelly back in the side. Hogan presents, couldn't take it. Taranto, also superb last week. Goes back to Hogan, he's just got a kicker. A floater down the line. Ball hits the deck. Taranto again, Kennedy ahead of him. And the ball's over. So let's have a look at Lynch and this free kick that was given away.
Yeah.
Not a lot in that when you get a set shot in the air.
Goodness gracious me. So that rules out really any contact. I know there was a tiny little tug on the jumper. It's going to have no effect on the play because it was through half goalpost height. Stack from half back. Lucky kick to Parker. Parker reels and go. Richmond are on here. They've got a good one-on-one. Nice ball. Mark taken by Lynch. Big kick. Not sure whether he can kick it that far. Baker to the goal square is not a good option. So he waits Now he gets around the mark. Low, hard ball. Baker should mark this. He does. Watch the run-around play on here from Baker.
Good job by
GWS
Baker.
right onto it. They're looking after the detail in this game, which is a great sign from the Giants. It's only a matter of when Baker goes.
To kick this one.
He's got about 3 steps.
Giants are about to...
Before he's got to let go. They're charging at him. And beautifully done. Baker goals.
Scores level.
Good, positive start. Nice footy. 2 very watchable teams here.
I'm going to say right now, both teams are doing
And
very
Baker
good so
makes
far.
up for the Rewalt debacle.
Both teams. Team Luis Rioli. Gonna be watchable in that game. This game, so very fast winner.
Well, it's a goal from clearance for the Tigers, which would have been an area of the game they were worried about defending because the Giants have been so good at it. So good to get one back and good for Tom Lynch to get involved there, I reckon, given that he was rightly or wrongly the man that saw his teammate Jack Riewald's goal disallowed. To get involved in that one, a great kick over the top to Liam Baker, important for him.
Goal apiece.
Contact. Giants.
And the Giants free.
Prohibited contact.
Wow.
What are you doing? That's
That
just
is
stupid.
manna from heaven. Is it going to Himmelberg or...
Yeah, I think Himmelberg's got it, JB.
This is a massive penalty.
Sydney, 2 more metres, please.
Okay, so this is Cowan Ward.
Before the ball's bounced.
2 big free kicks that have had, well, no effect on the game at all. Weren't going to have any effect.
Directly in front, Himmelberg. Kicks the Giants second.
That's so... First off, that's so selfish that you gave 2 free kicks. What's this? Prohibited contact?
You always think when you're watching these at home, it's got to be there.
Yeah, that's definitely. That's so selfish and why.
Umpire was watching closely.
Could have just like not that person.
Well, this is it. This little errant elbow by Dylan Grimes coming up around about now, and geez, it's almost horseplay, isn't it? It's a very big penalty for such a small thing to do.
Didn't get him high, it was in the back. Obviously, it's something they're really, really cracking down on. Not a lot in it.
Bizarre opening to this game. Absolutely bizarre.
You can see when the Giants are moving around so much, it forces the Richmond defenders to try and do a little bit of work with their hands to keep them at bay. So it's sort of brought about by the Giants' work.
If you wanted to find those free kicks, you could find them on the ground anytime, anywhere. It's just bizarre. O'Halloran. Haynes looking for Lloyd. Big punch away there from Floston was excellent. On the end of it now, Lambert got it over to Rioli. Rioli on an Nankervis, tripping over there was Riewalt, just lost his footing. Little handball shoveled out the back door here. High one from Ralph Smith, very high to the goal square, unmanned by the Tigers. And O'Halloran in the back end.
Move it on, play on.
Called to go. Just got to go wide. Himmelberg jumps nicely at the ball.
How many's he got a kick today, you reckon, Lepper, to make up for the fact that Green's not there?
Well, at least 4, I think,
Yep.
at OBT.
Gets to the back, the Oli wheels. So comfortable behind the ball. That's a nice little drop.
Control front of contact. Stand. Clap.
Garthwaite, quick release.
Good mate. Good Garthy.
Haynes loves this situation. Eats the high ball coming in up and then bites off the 45 into the middle. Good to Lloyd. Whitfield pumps a high one to a 1v2. Taranto, lots of work to do. Gives away a free kick.
Richmond.
Well, it's going to be Nick Haynes at one end and Nick Vlosten at the other. The two interceptors for both teams are really important players for both sides.
Look at this into the middle. Bolton has opened it up here. Lambert now streaming down, goes wide to Rioli. This is Morris Jr. Thought about going around, went the little kick inside to Rewalt, trying to be unselfish. He had a moment of thought about going around then.
That was very good by Rioli. Whip off the jump.
Things happening in this game, JB.
For the Tigers, it's a ball inside their forward 50. Lynch, clean possession, taken in the tackle. Kelly. That's holding the ball, taken from behind. And that's
Jack
the
Graham.
forward heat the Tigers are famous for. Jack Graham.
Good job, Jack Graham.
Bruin.
Good tackle.
Ran out of options.
He's going to take a shot.
And he's Richmond's best pressure player, Jack Graham, and this is what he's known for and what he's loved for in the midfield of the Richmond Footy Club.
To make it 2 apiece.
Good kick.
Just on the drift. And a behind.
Oh, was going to hit the post.
Isaac coming. Chooses the Himmelberg contest, the one he wants. Himmelberg looks really switched on for this game. Beautiful ball to O'Halloran. Good penetrating run. Kick a little bit too long there for Hogan. Getting back there now with Garthwaite. Trying to keep the ball in front. Kennedy's there as well. Here's Kelly. Little party trick handball out the back door there to Ward, and he got
good tackle.
The tackle. A really good tackle from Lambert.
Change.
Coleman Jones high inside here for Taranto. Gets out of the tackle, arches the back and has a ping. It's there. Superb.
Well, it was a great goal, wasn't it?
Not emerging anymore, Tim Taranto. He's a legitimate star of the game.
He's a great player. And it was the missed tackle by Stack, I think it was, what gave him that opportunity to snap and finish.
Just an outstanding individual goal here from Tim Taranto. Stayed engaged with the footy, came off a hand but was so clean to gather it, and then just power and class to step through. Missed tackles would be a concern for Richmond tonight, because the Giants, they like to fight their way through, share the ball around in close before they kick and release, so they'll want to nail those tackles.
Been on the road 7.5, 8 weeks now, the Giants, and some of them playing in the home state, like Taranto. Melbourne boy, of course, and Kevin's. Floston did well.
Good job by Floston.
One always wants to go quick. Got to like that about him. Very wide here to Bolton. He got interfered with, front on contact. A little disappointed there, Perryman. Bolton and Rioli combined now, very wide. Rioli back inside, and they look for something a little easier. Nice kick by Rioli. Needed to mark in front. On that occasion, Dick Parker wasn't able to. Bruin with the fast hands. So the Giants caught in a little bit of a whirlpool here. Iden funnels the long handball wide to Haynes. Short kick to Perryman. So they're moving the ball swiftly, sharply. They're looking really on here at the moment. Hopper's got this. A kick from the 50. A kick from yet another opportunity. They've kicked 3 goals to 1 already.
Here we go.
Hopper now. After a long wait, and it's a nice kick. And he finds Perryman. And Hardwick would be concerned with this start from the Giants.
You tell the Giants would be conscious of Richmond's intercepting power and their turnover game. So just then, their ability to share the ball around, have the courage to be patient, handball it around until they found a good way through, rather than kick and blast to intercept defenders.
Harry Perryman. He's nailed that. Has he nailed that? What a kick that was. Hit the post. But he absolutely struck it brilliantly. A little unlucky there.
He nearly hit the top of the post, didn't he? But you're right, Daisy, they don't want to blast kick the ball. They just want to be able to see what they're kicking to. So whether it might be hand or foot, they don't want to blast that ball.
Short. We'll get it back here and work off half-back with a long one. Lynch at the back. Good mark. Taylor, no. Won by the former, and he goes to Taranto, who was interfered with. Taylor coming off an enormous game last week against Tom Hawkins in Geelong. One of the fine emerging young tall defenders in the competition. Taranto to a dangerous spot. Himmelberg at the front. Lots of Tiger defenders, but it's in the hands of Ward, and that's a fend.
Fend off with the umpire.
High fend from the umpire.
Clear out, please, Jacob. Stand. Pump.
And there it is. The last 5 inside 50s, the Giants. The Tigers just trying to get a little feel of the footy here. It's going to be interesting. O'Halloran playing some good footy, this guy. O'Halloran, since coming into the side. Played about, must be about his 6th game in a row now. Missed a couple in the middle and played quite a few at the start. Lloyd. Taranto offering a read. Himmelberg saying I'm free in the goal square, but it will take time to travel there.
He's got this distance, BT.
Has
this
he?
guy, oh yeah, he's a big kicker of the footy. He's kicked many a goal from this position.
So Daniel Lloyd from just outside 50. 10-2 from set shots this year, and that's good. If it's got the journey he has, well done, Lepper. He nails it. So the 4th goal for the Giants puts them 3 goals up, and they look right on at the moment. Slick, they look motivated.
You mentioned O'Halloran. We've seen tonight his ability to slide back in defence and help out coming from the wing, and then his ball use with the footy in hand. He's been impressive.
This patient build-up by GWS, you can see they just don't want to boot the ball long. They're waiting as long as they can. They're almost waiting till the umpire calls play on, and they're just trying to thread their way through the Richmond defence, which they've been doing quite successfully. And this guy from long range, he's got proven history from outside 50. He's a terrific kick of the footy.
Good start, Giants. Then Curvis reaches over Mumford, and now Bolton to Ralph Smith. Mansell runs for him, then runs into a dead end. Long one, Whitfield able to stretch over the back, and Taylor walks over.
Hold the meter.
That's a focus on Tom Lynch during the week. Media pundits getting involved and coach getting involved.
Holding. Richmond, Trent Cotchin.
And a holding free here for Trent Cotchin.
Time on, stand. Yep. Up.
Goes quick. Long one looking for Lynch. 3 deep. Nan Curvis. Coleman Jones. Just alongside of the post.
Whitfield with the kick-in duties. So it's a sharp, particularly sharp Giants outfit at the moment. Perryman to Steen. He was told to go. Correct call. Hopper. Wanted Perryman wide. Montreal Jr. did well to defend that and now force the stoppage if he can here. It's really well done by him. Just if anyone, there'll be lots of players, I guess, that have played their first 2 games in front of nobody, as Morris Jr. is doing.
Here's Ash going to press here. It's one of those modern-day tags where you start each other at stoppage and then try and work off each other both ways. But you'll see number 7 on the back of Dion Prestia there through most of the game.
In other words, they don't see much of each other, Lepper. Depending on how well they do the job. Bolton through the middle of the ground. Tigers come charging inside again. Coleman Jones at the back. Good spoil there by Steen. Kelly was the front and centre defensive player there. Got it to O'Halloran. Goes forward. Mark dropped by Garthwaite. Paid the free. Interference on the Rioli. Rioli says, come, come, come. Lynch does, but he goes longer, looking for Lynch. And he may have got a knock of the arms here from Taylor.
Good
and
job.
So Lynch will get a look from 25 metres out.
He's been near Tom Lynch without actually doing it.
That was
well
definitely a flea because
what a great come
you
forward
see the
mark there by
GWS
Ryan
player
Garfield, gives him the
holding
opportunity.
Lynch's
But I'm really
arms,
interested in this battle with Taylor
trying
and Lynch and
to not make
see
him
if Tom
mark,
can
but
get
that's
back in form.
interference.
Gee, sure there was too much knocking of the arms there, was there?
There's been a few free kicks tonight, BT, that have been just there.
Yep. Lynch on the way, nails it right through the middle. Beautiful kick from him. So that's a good one for the Tigers.
Geez, lad.
6 minutes to go in the first
You'd
quarter.
like to start your career as a defender now or play in the era you did. There's not much you can do back there anymore.
Oh no, your technique has to be spot on nowadays, and sometimes each week it gets a little different. Sometimes the umpire's a bit more hot on it, and other weeks that's not a free kick.
The ladder as it sits, that's the live ladder there, JB.
Geez, we're going to see a few of these in the next 10, 12 days, aren't we?
Yep.
So many permutations for those last two spots. It's brilliant. Again, Nankervis jumping into Mumford, but the clearance goes the way of the GWS Giants, and really nice ball from Kelly. Sproul had a piece. Kennedy now, Bruin. And that ball's touched, so it's a behind anyway.
I mean, this really is, JB, do or die for the Tigers here tonight. I know that mathematically there's, you know, the percentage can work their way, but it has to be extreme circumstances. So it is almost a sudden death game for the Tigers. GWS have got a bit of leeway. They're not playing like it at the moment. Stack playing some really good footy. Nailed from behind there, Rolf Smith. Got it away in the nick of time. Hopper, Iden, through Kane coming. Beautiful handball to space. Tanner Bruin round the corner. Gee, that's a good action. And he finds Sproul. Sproul was out on the ground doing a lot of extra work for his teammates today.
Another great example of the GWS Giants using their hands. Great pressure first and foremost, but then when they win that ball back, they're not blasting the ball. They're looking for hands and looking for a pass inside 50 to an opposite to a teammate.
Just in game 8, Sproul.
Now, I don't know if he's got the distance here, BT. I haven't seen too much of him from here.
Seen enough of him myself, but he is a long way out. It's a very solid kick from anywhere outside 50 here, right on the line. Geez, got the altitude. Look at that. So we know he's got a big foot. Just misses. Short.
Stand.
Edwards in the pocket.
Play on. Good.
Big target down the line is Lynch, and got all the way back behind him. Kelly coming. Getting in the way, Cochin. Thought about taking that kick into the middle.
He did.
Now he goes a bit safer. Mumford a big thump. Short, Nankervis. Back to Cochin. Rioli, late fist from Haynes, such a good player. Did that superbly to Sproul. De Boer.
Move out.
Goes for Taranto, who takes the mark. It all started with Nick Haynes.
Oh, did it ever. He had to win 3 little mini contests, didn't he?
The spoil and then the 2 ground ball follow-ups. Here it is. Good closing speed in the air to close down Rioli, and then 2 little efforts at ground level set up the whole play.
And then the neat handball as well. Gee, that was excellent.
Brilliant from Taranto, undersized against Garthwaite as well.
To kick the Giants 5th. This is a really bright start. And he jams it through. So he's got a couple.
2 minutes.
This is a
6 to
really
go.
nice start from GWS.
He's such an important player from Nick Haynes. He's taken the Rioli matchup as an undersized to try and get that intercept marking ability. But on show again, the Giants' ability to not blast away, lower their eyes, try and find that one-on-one contest. And it was just Garthwaite here who lost his legs in the aerial battle. He's got the height, but just not the technique in that occasion.
It's a dangerous thing to say early, but they just look like they're a bit urgent, a bit more urgent at the moment, the Giants. It's a dangerous thing to say about the Tigers at any stage, but it just looks that way at the moment, like there's a bit more hanging off for them. Bolton did well to control the soccer and not give away the free. That's excellent work. Shoveled out the handball here, got to pick it up. Through in the one piece if you can. Stack and ended up getting nailed by 3, so tough task for him.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sydney.
Well, we talked about the Giants wanting to score from stoppage. 4 of their goals have come from turnover. They're doing that ball movement so well tonight.
And Curvis, Hopper. No mark here, so Stack will have to load and go, and he does to short. Fortunate kick, but playing in front was Baker. Bolton and Baker. Good handball wide to Lambert. Lambert from 50. Good ball. It was snuck off there by Cumming, but it would have been down the throat of Lynch had Cumming not been there.
Perryman on the wing. Taranto, hot start. Hogan in the pocket, got some room to move, just got through his fingers.
Richmond's got the ball.
Opportunity missed.
Last 2 minutes, stoppage. Giants forward 50 here. Mumford elevating, possession almost, and was there. Stack working in the last line of defence. That is just such great composure. That was excellent. Really nice. Dow was involved there, to short. He too wanted the same kick that Cotchin looked at moments ago into the middle. Here's Dow again. Goes and hugs boundary line. Now chews off a bit, and Haynes, the everywhere man, is getting it. John and Parker was saying, hang on, wasn't that supposed to go wider to the boundary?
It's like a cornerback eyeing off the quarterback, Nick Haynes. He just knows where the ball's going.
Come to the mark, stand.
That's the kick they're getting every time. That first one into the corridor. Now it's hard for Richmond to defend. They don't know whether they go left or right.
And that's the one Richmond have tried to make off their halfback line the last 2 times.
Kennedy, Himmelberg, good courage, Rioli. O'Halloran taking in a pretty good tackle.
All right.
He'll get a free.
Land on his head. Clear out, stand.
Xavier O'Halloran can send the Giants inside 50 again. Late stages. Heap of players in the air. De Boer ground level. That is going through. 6-goal first quarter Giants. Wow.
Well, this is going to knock the excitement out of the Tigers early, JB.
There's the free kick there. Oh, it's just that last little bit of contact by Rioli, but not a lot in it. But, geez, Richmond backs are a little all over the place at the moment. There's a lot of inside 50s to get him, and an unlikely hero there in Matty De Boer. Front and centre to quick snap that goal.
Well done, Matty De Boer. Leon Cameron very satisfied, got the legs crossed on the bench, looking very comfortable at the moment. I tell you what, the stress will rise at some stage. He'll almost have a cup of tea, couldn't he, Does? Get a fine China. Wow. Look at this Giants team, leading by 25, almost at quarter time. Time for one more opportunity for someone here. It'll be the Giants. Hopper extracts out of the middle, penetrating long ball. Himmelberg's the long target, got him. Grimes just released a little early. Himmelberg a chance to kick their 7th goal of the quarter and get it out to 31 points. It'll come after the quarter time siren. A lively quarter of football, some brilliance in it as well. And Himmelberg caps it off, and look at them, waiting to get around him. Kicked a couple, they're enjoying their...
Alright. Quarter time. Alright, let's unmute, Job. I'll call him, hold on. Let's get Job.
I am not surprised. I didn't
No, it's
expect it.
31, not 45. It's not 45. It's 31.
Yeah,
I
didn't
could tell you guys at least one difference of why Richmond keeps on getting turnover is because usually when they try to score a goal, you could see like Giants keep on intercepting it.
Wow. Well, Richmond is
Julia,
losing
we're not
that
talking
one.
about Fortnite right now, bro. We're talking about Fortnite later on. Right now we're talking about footy, not Fortnite.
Both of these teams have done like a lot of. They won a lot of rounds. They lost all of their blood, sweat, and tears.
I
To
wonder
make this
why
far.
hate AV8's ads.
Me too. I don't even know.
And they'll score 180 points if they keep on scoring. But who knows? You got 3 quarters to go.
So chat, everyone.
We got 3 quarters to go, so it's not over yet. We got 3 quarters to go, so we got plenty of time. Things might change, things might not change. We'll see.
Insane match. There's 90 people watching.
Because still, I'm gonna say this right now. GWS is very good in the first quarter, but things might change. We'll see. We have 3 quarters to go.
Oh, never mind. I was just.
But they did very good for Richmond in the first 5-10 minutes of the quarter.
Okay.
And towards the end of the first quarter, they start going to collapse.
Jacob.
What?
The Olympics is in 2032. The Olympics going to your country, Australia. This year is Tokyo, and 2032 is Brisbane, which is insane. Which is actually insane. Simon Cowell. Can you
I usually talk to people who I know. Unfortunately.
That is me.
So like Dusty and that, blah blah blah.
Me? What about me?
You as well.
Great. A little bit of ad break. Not that. Tomorrow at 11:45 a.m. Do I call him Chupata or Sandkit?
So it's 31 points right now, guys. You guys want to know? I'm gonna
tomorrow's
end
game.
the poll.
Hawthorn versus Bulldogs is gonna be for me. It's gonna be 11:45.
Well, I won't be streaming the Hawthorn one tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming Geelong St Kilda at 4:35 p.m. my time.
Sorry, thank it. Sorry, man.
And
Really
Brisbane
sorry we
versus
can't do
Collingwood,
anything for you.
to be
My
honest.
voice has changed. My voice has changed. I hit puberty. So it's quarter time, 31 points. As I said before, things might change. We got 3 quarters to go. We got this quarter, third quarter, and the fourth quarter. We can't assume anything because this is.
So I'm gonna say right now, things might change. Alright, you'll see. Maybe GWS will be good in the first quarter. Richmond might be good in the second quarter, or GWS might be good in the second quarter as well. So we'll see. But it's now back to 50. I'm gonna say 40-50%. But Giants are looking very good so far. So this is a 3, guys, as you can see here. This should have been our goal. You can see Jack Wheeler scored it so perfectly, and you could see Tom Lynch doing something that he shouldn't have been doing. And then there's another free kick as well with Dylan Grimes, who keeps on pushing Kelly Himmelberg or Karen Ward.
They have
and
to
that
stop
sparked
pushing. They have to stop pushing.
Giants kicking 2 goals. Pick that one. And I thought it was a miss because it was going on the left side. On the right side, sorry. Alright, Joe, we'll see you in halftime. Alright.
See ya.
Week and they managed to get things right in games.
Here we go, second quarter.
Centre clearance, Graham a long one. Steen, Lynch's hands were good. Lambert, Prestia, Cochin runs into a bit of trouble. Back to Lambert, such a skillful player.
15.
Jack Graham.
Giants players not sure it went the trip, but takes a brave umpire to overturn a shot on goal. So, Jack Graham can give the Tigers exactly the start they wanted. From downtown, gets under.
Oh, that's a very, very bad
kick.
kick.
Didn't get the penetration on it at all. And the ball's out.
Good start from the Tigers. Jeez, he's just a shame there by Jack Graham.
No purchase on that at all.
Hold the meter. Don't hold.
I like his kicking motion.
Call clear there from umpire Brett Roseberry. Don't hold. Coming, wrapped up in a double tackle. Lynch and Rioli.
Thank you. Crack in, Tom. Shane.
Mumford, Prestia read it magnificently. One from the boundary line, good centering ball. Puts him under the pump, the Giants here. Lambert trying to keep it rolling forward. Needing a few more helpers there. Little kick out of the pack, plenty of Richmond jumpers surrounding this. Steen just threw it up in the air. Comes out here to Ralph Smith. Gave it off to Graham on his non-preferred left. Couldn't make it work. Couldn't make it work.
This is what the Tigers need, pressure.
Well, they've got their pressure
like
game
you guys
back a
saw
little bit here,
before.
Richmond. They just haven't successfully got it through the big stick check, but the ball stayed in their half of the ground the whole part of this quarter.
Richmond, Dylan Grimes.
Grimes is going to receive a blocking free.
Off the line and block you. Time back on stand. Keep it on. Play on.
One's sideways and then looking for revolt. Good mark in front.
Stand.
Taken by Cumming. Short to Hopper.
It's been good coming. A couple of intercept marks and good decisions with the ball in hand too.
We talk internally, Days, to the Giants people. They love him. One of those perhaps underrated outside the tent, but certainly not inside. They're very big fans of Isaac Cumming. Just 31 games. Long ball from Haynes. Lost it. Little underground handball, that works. Short. Mansell.
Outside 5. Play on. Yep.
Prestia works hard for him,
Stay outside 5.
but now has to stop and assess.
Dion Prestia. Mansell. On the back is Grimes, creating the 2-on-1. Sure there was much advantage in that, although Grimes now able to find Cotchin. Some space here for Floston to get it and run. Trying to close that space down is Hogan. Floston through the corridor, neat kick, beautiful kick, and
Good
Edwards
job,
has taken the mark.
Edwards.
That's better. Clean
So
ball movement through the corridor from the Tigers.
Yeah, and some switches of
quick
play,
kick
some lowering
kicks
the eyes a little bit,
to the
moving the
newest
ball
person.
around, making it harder for the Giants defenders to pick the
That's
ball
what
off.
they need to do.
Smart play,
So that's a
smart
good
offensive
play.
transition there by the Tigers, just to make it hard for the GWS defenders.
A few different angles in there, weren't there?
Thanks, mate.
You can see Haynes there, he just likes to drop off normally and intercept marks, so when you make him
Shen
defend
Edwards,
like that, it makes it
what
really,
has he got?
really difficult for him.
Here's the shot for Edwards.
He's got it.
Very, very straight. No problems with the journey. Tigers get the first to the second.
So 26
Edwards
points now is the
Kicks
margin.
the goal. In game 281, same as the great
Sorry,
Plugger Lockett, of
25.
course, 281. And he has been a star, has Edwards, for this Tiger outfit.
It's only about 1,100 goals adrift.
Yeah.
Great finish there by Shane Edwards. Obviously a really important goal for Richmond, who've really dominated the first part of this second quarter. Ball in their front half of the ground for the majority of it. Pressure's back up and starting to look like the Richmond game that they want to play.
3-zip. Forward 50 entries, as you can see, Leper. So they've at least got the territory bit going their way.
It's a
The
bad
ball
bounce.
lived in the Giants' forward half for most of the first term. Hopper, Kelly just signed a big new deal, so he's a happy man. Ash floats it inside 50, bounces in front of Hogan, couldn't take possession. Kennedy head over it. Well done, Cotchin met it really fiercely. So did Hopper. Floston's got hold of him. Ball up.
No try. Just trying to get it out. Rux, Shane. Toby. Thank you.
Mumford trying to get over the top and then Curvis. Callum Ward, beautiful pick up in the oncoming traffic.
Toby, Shane.
Bolton's there. Playing quickly back into play again. This time Mumford gets a clean look at it. Got the little handball out there to the ball. Squeezes the trigger on one to Lloyd. Lloyd, a high ball around the corner. Spinning back, and he's got it. He has. He's kicked a couple. And Bing Mummy, he's looking proud of the job he did, and why not? Because it was very good. Well done. Lloyd had to get the bender working, but don't underestimate the work of that man
31
there.
points.
Only got to put some wax into that moustache, BT, and it's your real old school wrestler styling. He's going with Big Shane.
Go back to the centre bounce. They didn't score from this clearance, but again, just their way to find that extra handball to go through. So if they kick it from this point, Richmond can pick it off and maybe take an intercept mark, but they find the extra handball to Ash. It's imperfect going forward, but they can create a contest of that. They got repeat stoppages from that position, which if you're a good scores from clearance team, that's a great result.
Goal apiece, second term. Mumford. O'Halloran comes off the line. Beautiful pickup. And then left foot ball's going to get all the way out the back. Taranto already got 2. Now he's got 3. Two in a row in fast style for GWS. O'Halloran, beautiful pickup. And he was in the right place at the right time, as he so often is.
Well, the great strength of the Giants game. We spoke about it again. They're getting out the front of the stoppages, the GWS Giants, which makes it really hard for defenders when it's coming in that clean. They got left, right, they can go everywhere. And the Richmond defenders, again, all at sea trying to defend that difficult, easy inside 50.
Oh boy, that can be energy draining. You kick the first goal of the quarter, Richmond, a big one from Edwards, and you think you're back in it, and all of a sudden in 2 minutes they've kicked 2. Mumford again, doing a really good job. Got it to Kelly. Kelly forward with a good ball, and Taranto has a chance for goal number 4. Directly in front, within his range. There's a few little leads coming here and there. Maybe some doubts over the distance, but
15 gone.
They dry up now. So Tim Taranto, what a start. This would be 4 goals just 8 minutes into the second quarter. Very close to the man. Lamarco's around him slightly, got it working back towards goal. Gee, that's a good hoik. Just misses to the right-hand side. Excellent attempt from Taranto.
It's a different role for him tonight. Normally he's their gun inside mid, accumulates a lot of possession, but geez, he's been really effective in the forward 50 part of the ground for the Giants.
3 goals, a career high. As Brian said, he's got 2.5 quarters left to add to it. Nice mark for James Peatling. Big hole to kick the footy into. He gets a round revolt. Long high ball, but Nankervis did well. Got back to support his defence nicely.
That's why you don't want to kick it long and high against Richmond. This is exactly how they want it.
Stack to Grimes, to Short, the distributor. Steen and Lynch. And out of play.
Pressure's been good for GWS, hasn't it really, in general play? They've made it really difficult for Richmond to transition from one end of the ground to the other, which is part of the strength of their game.
Shane Mumford here. Seems to play a couple and rest for a couple. Cochin walking through traffic nicely, then on his non-preferred multi-skill. Edwards straight over the top. Got the runner Baker here. Needs a good bounce Baker here to sit cars. Clever tap on here to Ralph Smith. Ralph Smith being tracked down by Kennedy. Kennedy did well to worry. Couldn't hold his feet, Ralph Smith, in the end. Handball out the back to Haynes. They keep it alive. Have a look at this. Fortunate, wasn't it? Lloyd now. He wants to hammer one to the middle. That was asking a little too much. Lambert over the top of the interception. Finds now Dow. And Dow goes wide to Rioli. And Rioli, little tip down to Lynch, and now they'll take the set shot.
Can you please stream Port Adelaide Cullen tomorrow? I won't be able to.
One of the other Richmond players saying that. Sure it's not the umpire.
It's always danger signs trying to switch that ball against the Richmond team, isn't it? They've done well to this stage, though, effectively, the Giants today, so they just have to keep going with that motor movement.
Just got carried away on that one a little, though. Lynch now, 35-metre kick, difficult angle. He too strikes it nicely, but just to the right.
That's the thing, when it's been so effective, going with courage, you got to just wear that mistake and be brave enough to go again.
Kelly, the short one. Basically aligned himself with the Giants for the rest of his career. What great news that is for GWS. Good mark, Hogan.
50 metres.
And a 50-metre.
Stand and he moved.
So Jesse will get it all the way to half forward. He wants to release quickly, and hitting up, and the ball was Himmelberg.
They've just back their leg in all day long. GWS are happy to move it fast. They want to kick to the lead. They want to make Richmond's defence move a lot. It's been a terrific job forward of the ball.
This goes through. It's 43 points. That's a big lead in a game of footy.
Let's go!
They love it. It's there. Himmelberg's got 3. Kenny's got 3. Taranto's got 3. Lloyd's got a couple. They are up and about.
Well, the rule of 2021, the stand rules at play right here. It's Dylan Grimes on the mark. Just that little movement to the left there. That's enough. You have to stay there. You can't move left, back, forward. You literally have to stand still.
And you can't anticipate when the umpire's going to say play on, because he could be not watching for a second.
Exactly. And sometimes you can't hear the umpire say stand, so it's a difficult one sometimes.
Back in the middle we go. Sitting underneath that was Sproul. The pick off here by Cumming, and the real nice handball was absolutely perfect, and they are playing spot-on football at the moment, the Giants, and look at them high-fiving each other everywhere. Hopper's going to have a ping, and they're very happy with the work, and why wouldn't they be? This to lead by 49 points.
Isaac Cumming again, just his anticipation to come forward, read it beautifully.
Stack trying to read the ball at times when you just have to play that hard man on man.
For 4 in a row, Hopper with a relatively easy shot. He's got it, no problems there. A staggering 49-point lead for the Giants. They are on fire.
I saw this coming.
Yeah.
So good in the second half against the Kangaroos last week. The Tigers, amazing.
Well, they've got some questions to answer here. The Tigers really having trouble down back, which it's a defence leper set up and reliant on pressure up the field, which they just can't get on the Giants at the moment. Do they have to change their mix down there potentially? I mean, Rioli and Stack, they're more offensively minded defenders. Do they need a bit more grunt down there?
Yeah, I think so. It's an interesting game. I think they have to fix this part of the game up first. There's stuff around the ball to give their defenders a chance.
Haynes controlled that ball really well. De Boer almost Ward. In fact, he's going to get paid, I reckon.
And they've been getting picked apart from this part of the game too. They haven't allowed GWS to kick long down the line a lot. He's probably one of the first times from the game they've forced them long down the line.
They'll get a stoppage. Dan, do you have?
Yeah, guys, it's interesting from ground level just to look at the body language of this Richmond side. I understand they're substantially down in this second quarter, but there's so many hands on hips, as you can see there. Edwards just getting some more instruction from the bench, but from the GWS perspective, they're getting around one another, they're encouraging one another, even on a set shot for goal, whereas Richmond, they just look incredibly flat down here.
Work to the back. Bruin, Perryman, bouncing inside 50 ball. De Boer. Now it's Short, able to step on through. Did that well, found Dow. Dow can launch something off half-back, get it back to Short. Coleman Jones. Graham ahead of him. Great smother. Just doing everything right at the moment, the Giants.
Bruin, I think it was, with the initial smother there. Now the ball. They've dropped 2.9% in this game already in terms of percentage of the Tigers. They're 49 down. Hopper, look at the orange jumpers running everywhere. Whitfield goes for the open goal square. Himmelberg kept it alive. Taranto picked it up, and he's kicked his fourth. Taranto has got 4.
Well, I'm shocked. I don't know about you. I knew it was going to be a close game, and I thought it would be a bit of an arm wrestle, but they're beating them convincingly from this turnover battle. It's quite surprising beating Richmond at their own game.
Richmond are getting spanked here at the moment, JB, and they have conceded 5 consecutive goals to trail by 55.
It's amazing. This is a Giants team without Cornelio, Daniels, Finlayson, Davis, Tom Green, Sam Reid, Toby Green. They've still got a lot of their quality on the sidelines, and they lead this game by 55 points.
And that's another great matchup there. Ash on Prestia. It's been a really big win for GWS.
It's held in, and I'm sure will be balled up again.
Thanks, Toby. Same again, you too.
They were down last week, the Tigers, and they were able to fix it. They're going to need to start doing that right now. Cochin, the leader. And he'll get a free.
Richmond.
He'll need some friends, though, I think, JB. He's the one we always know is going to put his head over the trough, but he needs some teammates to help him out.
Gets up with a bit of a hobble, and then he goes sideways. Mansell's got to wait under it. He gets closed down. Handball misses the target. De Boer with a fend. Perryman back to De Boer. They've got to defend grimly, and they do. Rioli, good ball for Morris Jr., who just couldn't hang on.
So Cochin, he's sore from that contest, but if they can get things happening, we'll be able to go back to that contest, because he set his sights on it, said, righto, I'm going to show you where we need to be, and that is first in. Trent Cochin on that occasion. He's sore as a result of it. Staying out there. Nankervis, they're a long way down, but it's got to start somewhere.
Hopper, free kick.
Giants free here.
50 metres.
Hopper.
Abuse against you. Down, do not pull it. It's enough.
So 50 metres abuse.
Let's go, Jacob.
I think Dion Prestia was the offender there, as the umpire suggested.
Well, it's not what you need, is it, for one of your leaders to contribute to the scoreboard when it didn't need to happen. He's obviously had a difficult first half, Dion Prestia getting tagged and frustrated, but you've got to make sure you stay in control and keep your emotions in check when some things aren't going well for you.
This is just unbelievable. They are going to have 13 goals on the board. We've just entered red time in the second quarter. No, they're going to stay at 12. Hopper misses to the left, and the Tigers quickly back into Grimes.
There is the skipper, Cochin. Overlap run from Grimes. Through the middle they go. Drop Mark Lambert, you never say that. Mumford went to ground. Picked off here by Graham as a couple of bounces. And then forced to go wide in search of Revolt, and that's over the line.
Jack, let's go again, come on.
And the Magnets are getting moved by the coach. We saw a significant change to their structure last week at half-time, and it worked.
There's the way the Cochin wins this hard ball, and then this. Sprouse says, well, OK, I'll one-up you. I'll come hard at you before the whistle's blowing. And that's what it's been tonight. So Cochin has a great win, and then bang, Sprouse into him.
Richmond,
Not one Richmond player reacted to that late. Coming together with Sprouse either. Hopper coming. 9th touch for coming. Here is Sprouse.
Once again, just clean from stoppage there. Richmond unable to get any pressure on.
Just down the line, another rare time they've been forced to go into the Richmond hands. Cochin looking for the overlap of Short. Had nothing to go to now. Rioli has made good position. It's Daniel. Short ball to Lambert. Dropped to Sitter. Keeps Rioli on the run. Neat ball here to Stack. And making him earn it on that occasion was Harry Perriman over the line. We'll throw it in again here, right next to the interchange area.
I reckon the difference to last week, I mean, North Melbourne just never put them away. They left a few opportunities out there. The Giants have been clinical. I mean, 12 goals, 5. They've gone inside 50 26 times for 17 scores. So just so effective going forward.
Leon,
the ball, let's go.
Leon, Lockie, watching.
Through the legs of Kelly. Cochin going to work. Ralph Smith off his shins. Prestia couldn't handle a hot one. Peatling.
That handball of Trent Cochin, just that long blasting handball, it just shows that they're a little bit under pressure. They normally would use their hands a bit smarter than that through traffic, but great pressure by the Giants, forcing them just to dump it out of there.
They kicked the first goal of this second term, Richmond, and looked like they'd started brightly. Giants have kicked the next 5.
He is a backpack at the moment, looking Ash. He is, wherever Dion Prestia is, he's on top. He's on his back.
Curvis down. Cochin again. He's been superb in this last little stanza. That might almost work. Coleman Jones unable to hang on. Iden might have got a push.
GWS. Then he's back. Stand. Clark.
I thought he almost turned him then. Iden to Hopper. Perryman. So Richmond doing their best. Have a look at the way they've blocked up that kick to the point of the square. Back inside. And once again, getting a few wins, making them kick it down the line here now, which Lepper spoke about a minute ago. Edwards. Stack. Out of bounds. Graham had stopped. No whistle is blowing yet. So he plays on. Interesting, maybe all the ball wasn't actually over the line. Prestia goes inside 50. Over the top of Taylor was Rewalt. Goes back in for a second go, Jack, and they at least get a stoppage inside there. Forward 50.
He's had a quiet day, Jack. He's only had the one disposal today, so hardly sighted. So he'll be one looking to have a bigger second half of this game.
Taylor has it held in. Hopper, a little piece. Lambert with great strength. Now Lynch. Didn't get that right on the boot at all. Ralph Smith, Steen, Kennedy to the run of Whitfield. Such a beautiful open field mover. Too much heat on the kick, but they're well set up behind the footy here. The Tigers. Gloston. Thumping handball. Short. Wants to go back inside. Now Grimes. Coleman Jones, end-on-end handball.
Terrible.
Having to wait a long time there was Dow. And that didn't work at all. Big Mummy just wants to get it over, and that's what happens.
Some uncharacteristic skill errors from Richmond, but you've got to give credit to the Giants and how hard they're working to defend that. I mean, big switch handball across the ground. You usually get a bit of space from there, but Giants were onto it quickly.
I was going to say earlier that the Giants need to be up at three-quarter time because they've lost, I think it's 6 of their last 7 quarters. But I didn't think they'd be this much up at half-time, 56. I think that's pretty cosy. Hopper, see what happens from here. Whitfield. Tigers just mounting a little mini challenge here, but they're equal in every area at the moment, the Giants. Himmelberg keeping that one alive, putting Garthwaite under some pressure here now. Retreat to the boundary line. He couldn't take it over. He would have been pinged, so he was all by himself. The human meatball, Dion Prestia.
Kick out, 55 points.
Can the Tigers mount something from this? Beautiful kick to Parker. Needs to keep his feet and keep the ball going. He does. Takes advantage of the man on the mark rule. Couple of bounces when he only needed one. Parker, long ball. Tigers do anything about this? Over the back, no.
They're holding the Tigers. Just this last 5 minutes, they've found a way to hold. Can they get something going their way on the scoreboard prior to half-time? Prestia again. This time he's wrapped up by Hopper. How's the umpire see this? That's holding the ball. Got to make an attempt.
No genuine attempt. Straight.
That's what happens when you yell at the umpire. Also, you may get the odd one against you as the game wears on. So, good lesson for that. One thing that Richmond haven't done tonight is turn the ball over with a lot of speed.
This is your last one.
Premiership defenders currently in this team. A lot of young boys back there that haven't played a lot of footy together.
Hogan thought that was a chess mark. It wasn't. O'Halloran turns it over. Ash, that's holding the ball against O'Halloran.
Holding the ball.
So the Tigers
Richmond,
now get the ball on the wing.
Stand. Time back on. Come.
Baker. Grimes.
Stand. Stand.
And that's 50. Jess Hogan
Called it.
told to stand.
Thank
And he ran
God.
backwards. So this is a little opening here.
Clear out, Jesse. Clear out. Clear
He
out.
needs to clear out, otherwise it could easily become a
Nothing,
double.
Stand. Time back on. Stand. Stay out, Josh.
Hasn't had many shots on goal, Dylan Grimes.
3 in his
Stay at 5.
191 game career. This
Stay
would be
gone.
handy, to say the least. He goes to dump off a short one. That works.
Stay right out, Jacob.
Liam Baker.
Stand.
He's about the same distance out. And I'm not sure if he's got a bigger leg, Liam Baker, than what Dylan Grimes has got. So we'll wait
We got
and
a
see.
timeout though.
Another 30 seconds goes off the clock.
15 gone.
For the Tigers' 4th of the night.
This is legit embarrassing, from my opinion.
Big kick.
He needs to kick this.
He strikes a long ball. He gets it home. Second for Baker.
What? Just
That is
Yeah,
huge
just
from a Richmond point
put
of
your
view.
epic in.
Give them something going into half
Alright.
time.
Just put your epic
Yeah,
in
cool. They've
the
been
chat.
fighting and scrapping and
Alright.
all those sorts of things.
Josh Kelly today, how's he gone on the Telstra tracker?
17 touches and 7.5 kilometres coming back into the side today, so he's been very handy for the Giants. Big part
Well,
of their
it's
midfield
still
dominance
embarrassing though
tonight.
because like I haven't talked with
JB
eight.
mentioned before,
How long I've been
basically
talking?
for
13 minutes.
the rest of his footballing life with the Giants, so staggering.
Go up. What is your
incredible
epic?
commitment
Type it in the
to his
chat.
club.
Let him up.
Well done to Dave Matthews and the crew putting all that together up there for the Giants.
That's his 5th tackle in a half a footy just there as well, so doing everything.
Prestia. My ball to Rewalt. Just this little period of play where the Tigers have just kicked the one Baker goal out of it, but just working their way into it a little without having an effect on the scoreboard. Beat the Giants searching for half-time. Sideways ball, they've run hard this quarter. Kelly ignores the De Boer lead. Whitfield comes at him as well. Kelly goes long down the line. It's happened a lot more this quarter than any other, forcing them down the line. Mumford battling manfully in there, did well and really makes a scene when he's around the ball. Big Mummy, doesn't he? He takes bodies with him and his arms and legs going in every which way. Just be very, very careful if you're around Big Mummy.
We may see more of that down the line kicking as this game wears on too. They've opened up such a big lead that the Giants don't need to create anything. They can kind of just pick the moments when they come.
To the front, Hopper, Kelly. Time is going to beat both sides here.
Just wow. The king is dead. I don't know if it's long live the king, but the king is dead. 50 points the margin at half-time. The GWS Giants have been absolutely superb. It's half-time, thanks to Drummond Golf. And can you believe it, the Richmond Footy Club has kicked just 3 goals. A late goal to Baker to get it back to 50 points. But I know they came back from a 20-point margin last week against North Melbourne. Not the way this GWS Giants team is playing. Jonathan Brown, Nick Revolt, lots to get through here, mainly focusing on the Giants, and then I'll see whether you agree with me towards the end on this Richmond Footy Club. But what a win, what a start for this GWS Giants.
Oh, magnificent. I'll give you any odds for Richmond, Gaz. To fight back against that dominant display would be very difficult from this point on. GWS, geez, they've continued on the impressive form from last week. They're a united team at the moment. They're in the digs there in the centre of Melbourne. They've got the hotel to themselves, they've got Jim to himself, all the families are there. They're reinvigorated. They look like a happy team and they're up and about.
Greater West.
Blah, 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 blah. That's all we have to hear. Alright. Let me blur. And let me join Job.
What's up?
Yo.
I'm about to have lunch soon, so.
Who? When? I thought you had dinner.
About 4 minutes later.
I thought you had dinner. Alright. Still streaming?
Targula is pretty obvious. No.
What?
Nah, I streamed for a while, then after the quarter, I didn't stream it. I just ended the stream. Targula's pretty obvious.
I just like it how Jonathan Brown is still in Fox Footy when he talked crap to Damien.
I really have no faith, but I still have faith that Richmond is gonna win. So they might come back, but there's like a 30% chance that they're not. But it's really sad because but Melbourne's in the 8, so I'm happy. I support Melbourne. That's my favorite team. We're from Tigerland. Jake, should I buy Nitro? Let me check if I was actually online. Everyone, welcome to the stream. Really appreciate it. You should change your commands.
Alright, I'm gonna go on
Nightbot Commands.
Is it?
If you guys 19 people watching, go subscribe to his main channel. I'll put a link in the chat.
Alright, but Toa, just want you know, bro, I usually join Discord calls with people who I know, so you won't be able to.
After like 3 weeks or so.
Well, Vertex, I don't know, bro. It's just pissing me off, to be honest. Like, we're losing my 50 points because of this. I'm not gonna say anything, but. Again, just have to see.
What's the thing? Everyone's sad. But Sydney supporters,
Sydney supporters, GWS supporters.
Yeah, but I said Sydney because I want to say Sydney. Did that even make sense? I don't know. But GWS supporters, I think good job. You did a pretty good job.
I already added you, bro. I know who you are. I already added you on Fortnite. If the friend request came or not.
I'm not even gonna show that message. Is Isaac online?
No, and I see you on Fortnite, so.
really scared about this guy. Really, I'm sad to be honest.
Yo.
Yeah.
Wow, we're getting destroyed.
What?
We're literally getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And the game. Bro, all defense is just fucked. I'm just saying that.
I can't believe Fortnite creators.
We give away so much, like, free kicks.
I'll sit out.
All our team is getting frustrated. You know, Jacob?
Yeah.
X2.
I have a feeling we'll come back.
I'll be back.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Are you sure?
What?
I'm really not sure, but at least Melbourne.
We got 12 minutes to go, so I'm gonna say it's high on likely at this stage.
We'll come back, trust. We'll come back and win it.
Damien Hardwick is such a bad coach, to be honest. I don't know why he's a coach of freaking the Richmond Football Club. All he does is just stare.
I know, he doesn't know what to fucking do, cunt.
He just stares at his players, and he's not even doing anything. He just stares. That's it. All I see him is staring.
Yeah, that's how I see him as well. Like, he's really pissing me off.
Job. Oh my god, Job.
Richmond needs to, like...
His name was like Biscuit something, right? Biscuit.
Why do we give, like, so much free kicks away? Fucking Lynch, cunt. Right, like, the very good kick, and what's his name?
Job, can you sit out? You playing? We got about 11 minutes until second half. I think it's highly unlikely at this stage because I don't know why, but like I'm gonna say is like, do you really think that's a pulling in the arm or like it's like good umpiring in the second quarter? I want to say give them credit, but like in the first quarter, was it really that necessary? I don't think so. Was it also necessary if you see GWS players keep on holding you a Richmond player? I don't think that's necessary. What's also not necessary when you saw a Richmond player who's getting upset because he keeps GWS player keeps on holding his T-shirt. That's like legit annoying. Like if you're a player that plays footy and he keeps on doing that to you, guess what? You would have been annoyed and could have just done that to the GWS player. So I don't know how that's a free kick.
Then you get frustrated. No, the umpire does not like Richmond for fucking some reason. I already know this.
Well, I want to say is like that was a very good kick, but for Lynch, I don't know if that was. I don't know if it was like, holding, but like it's just a little bit of a touch.
Yeah. Fucking GWS kids, I think they're so good at the, like.
Back out. There's there's no one joining the freaking pit.
Richmond will come back and win, trust.
I think it's highly unlikely because there's 50 points. Like, there's worse errors that YouTube has done.
You didn't know. Bye, guys.
Sit out.
Good luck. To Richmond.
That's like so annoying.
Yeah, I know. I reckon they might come back and win it.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I want to see what the people are saying right now on Twitter because they're gonna be so freaking pissed off. I'm gonna make a tweet. I had enough of people that keep on accusing Richmond. I'm gonna just say to them, like,
Just get disconnected.
Oh, hold on. I want to say is like, I just hate when people keep on accusing Richmond on Twitter and saying, oh yeah, they're a shit team. Or, oh yeah, they're a shit team. Damien Howard's supposed to be out on the freaking coach. But I'm gonna say yes, but like, just needs to improve his coaching. I won't say kick him out.
Yeah. Literally, what are they saying?
If they lose, I'm gonna tweet something out. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say that I really hate Richmond fans who go like Richmond fans who could go and accuse Richmond for losing a game. It's just a game, and people have to suck about it. Like, it's legit pissing me off when I see people going and accusing Richmond because of that. If you want to dislike and stuff like that, guys, that's fine. If you don't agree with me, but it's just pissing me off when I see many Richmond people who are Richmond fan who go and accuses Richmond, oh yeah, your team suck and stuff like that. Okay, that's...
Listen, who won the last 3 out of 4 years Premiership? We literally won them all. The last 3.
Like, you're not gonna expect for Richmond to win all these matches because of this specific thing. Like, and it's also pissing me off as well. So I'm gonna make a tweet like, if they lose, but if they win, then yeah, I won't make that tweet. But if they lose, I'm gonna make a tweet and saying, to all Richmond fans who are winning this tweet, please stop sucking. And imagine if you're a football player and you lose. How is that going to impact you when you see all the people who are accusing you on Twitter? And I can see people making funny accounts to Richmond and saying, oh yeah, there's an account called Richmond sucks and they won't be in the grand final anymore. Like, that's legit not necessary. And it's just pissing me off when I see every single time whenever Richmond loses a game, I see people who are just being a freaking 5-year-old kid saying, oh yeah, Richmond sucks, they suck. Richmond are little bitches. Right. It just pisses me off. It legit gives me a freaking headache when I see people going accusing Richmond. If you're not a team and if you don't like Richmond, then please, if you have them followed, unfollow them. Don't look at their tweets.
Just really annoying.
Don't look at their tweets, because if you want to be a suck about it, then why do you get out of Twitter? That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it just pisses me off. Legit respect them and say good GG. Hopefully you be very good next year. And try your hardest.
I agree with you.
I see many. I see some people who are just congratulate Richmond and say you did your best, you tried your best, and hopefully you improve well next year. So, but to people who just want Richmond to win every single game, well, I'm sorry to spoil it to you, but they might not win any. Like, they might not win some matches. You can't just go and make them win every single match when you just go and accuse them. And it also sucks when Richmond had to respond to a racist little bitch and say, like, just being racist to some indigenous player. It's legit pissing me off. Like, it makes other people pissed off as well. So that's basically my opinion. So
4 minutes till the next quarter starts. It's like pissing me off. Like, I'm gonna get so mad.
I'm gonna, if they lose, I'm gonna tweet something out. I'm gonna make a long tweet, alright? I'm gonna make a long tweet, alright? And if people want to accuse me and try to cause drama, okay, that's fine. I'll cause drama as well.
I reckon Richmond will come back and win this game.
Like, if you want to cause drama because of a tweet that I say, and people are just going, oh yeah, you're a little idiot, then I'll start causing drama, so they can get out of my tweets. How old are these little kids who just accuse Richmond? Are they 5? Do they not have a job? me off.
Bye.
Doggy teaming.
That's all I have to say. And if you do not disagree with what if you disagree with what I said, alright, if you want to dislike, that's fine.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
I think how old are you?
All I'm gonna say.
No, it doesn't matter. Perfect. Do you want to 1v1 maybe?
Not at the moment, bro.
Like after the game, do you want it?
Maybe.
Okay.
See how I feel because I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look at Twitter when the game starts. What they're saying. I'm gonna start tagging people on my tweets.
There's 2 minutes. Tag him.
I'm gonna quote tweet people who are just accusing Richmond and stuff like that and want them.
The game starts in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I'll just check my OBS.
Oh, I kind of just clicked on that thing open.
Yeah, Lucas, I saw your message before, bro. Yeah, I completely understand what you said, but once when I start reading the message, you subtracted it. But yeah, I just saw some of the messages that you said. But still, it's not necessary for Richmond fans who just accuse Richmond and saying that they're a shit team. Like, obviously, if they're saying that, then obviously they want attention.
I'm actually clicking on some kids right now.
Like, that's completely 100% facts of what I said. So they need to stop being little idiots. That's all I'm gonna say. Just stop being little idiots and just, if you do not like Richmond, then unfollow them. Alright,
Take it. I'm gonna start off now and watch the stream.
You know. Alright, I'm gonna join back in the second. Hold on, Isaac's online. I have to invite Isaac and tell him. Yeah, I'm not mad at you. Like, I respect people's opinions and stuff like that. If you have opinion, bro, you can like say it, and I'll respect it.
Hello?
Yo, Isaac. Oh. Yo, Isaac. I'm gonna go now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you after the stream, okay? Alright.
Okay, kick me, please. Kick me.
Alright,
Kick me.
Fuck.
Well, I think so at the moment. I'm not sure what levers he can pull. Obviously, you're not going to put Tommy in the ruck, but anyway, we'll see how they go. They've got to lift their intensity.
We'll be back after the final siren.
We'll be back after the final siren.
Ball nearly landed on the umpire's head. Big thumping ball forward.
Get ready for people who are going to hate on Richmond when they lose. I can't wait to confront these kids.
A high one. Marking players needed. Sproul got out of the tackle somehow. Handball to Taranto. And that was for 5. And he misses.
Mumford in the middle, just getting it rolling forward with a big thumping fist. And
it's gone out of the square. The hit out. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I reckon it's a silly thing to say when a game's 51 points difference that it's finally balanced, but I reckon it is for the Tigers. If the Giants get the first couple, I think heads will really drop, JB. So I think it's important for the Tigers to have a really good start here to stay in the hunt for at least another quarter. At the top is Ralph Smith. High entry, but without any authority or direction at all.
Stand.
Taylor.
Yeah, please, Dad.
Might be coming, in fact, it is.
Yeah, it has been difficult for the Richmond forwards. They haven't had great delivery like that for most of the game.
I support Richmond, bro. I support every team.
Taranto. Sounded like someone's fingers in that.
Can't tackle him from front on like that. Stand.
Umpire Brett Rosebery, one of our very, very best. Has Floston to play on. And once again, that entry straight into the hands of Taylor.
Stand.
They'd be disappointed with that, Richmond. Slow play, and they didn't even get a contest from one of their forwards.
And off to Kelly. Straight back from whence it came. It's a Richmond fist, and now Baker ground level. Flicked it back, short. Out in the full.
It has been a challenging part of their game, isn't it? Even when they've had control of the game, the Tigers, it's been really difficult for them to score quite easily. So even when things are looking well, they've got momentum, nothing can happen in the front part of their game.
Haynes went to ground now. Can they pour some pressure on Taylor? Got it back to Haynes. Now coming. Wobbles it forward. Ash taken in a really good tackle. Somehow released the footy. Tigers in number. And a baller.
Interesting there from the Giants. Even after the little mistake with Taylor and Haynes, they still didn't go into safety mode. They still wanted to attack the game.
Pressed here. Baker and Cochin combined.
Stand.
Baker just gloved that. Had the runner there in short. No, I would have gone with that. Oh, he didn't. Now the third entry inside 50. Looking for anyone that can get on the end of it. Lynch has taken a beauty. So this is a good start for the Tigers if he can convert. I reckon they need to kick the first two here, the Tigers, to encourage themselves more than anything.
That was better from Lynch there. Fought his way through a stack of bodies.
This is a maybe. Depends. I have to check
There's good
the
contested
website if I can, because they're going to be voicing
So here he is with
in about a week or two.
simple quick. Directly in front, 30 metres for his second, no problems. Tigers get a really good start in the third. Lynch has got a couple.
So far, so good. Not keeping my high hopes up.
60-second. Tigers get back within 45. And I know
I have to check the website. Will be they'll be listing some
margin,
information
50 points at
about
half
people
time. You think,
streaming
wow,
it,
that's a lot,
stuff like
but
that.
if you just
We'll
do
see.
it in quarters and say, right, if we can
So
just nick,
I think they'll release
we
it
can have a win in
once
this
all
quarter by
the
20 or
rounds
25
finish.
points. Doesn't sound anywhere near as
this
big.
round.
Yeah, chip
and
away and
next
get
round,
close enough
which
that
is
you
next
make
week.
the Giants tighten up as well.
Just interesting, this stand rule. It's been evident all day. Just Kennedy on the mark. He's there, he's left, he's right. That's been 50 metres a lot throughout the day, and on that particular occasion, he's able to move 5, 6, 7, 8 metres. That's where probably some of the confusion comes with the players, because at times it's really strict, and other times it's just able to let go.
I think it hinges on whether they've called stand or not. So if he hasn't said stand, he's allowed to move. But that's the problem with not being able to hear it.
Cochin forward. 2 in a row now, Richmond. And that's Peatling taking in, holding the ball. They're on the mini march here. Long one from Cochin. Well done, Taylor, folding off. He knows that Steen and Lynch is a tough ask for the young man.
Wasn't happy with that entry, Jack. A bit of a look back.
Whitfield, and suddenly some uncertainty. Long for Himmelberg. Sproul. It's held in. And a baller.
Shane and Toby.
Yes, I do with this. Oh,
Kelly.
talk about that.
Super smooth. Shoveled it out the back door, though, to Baker. Not a good game so far as Baker. His 11th touch of the footy, so Tigers keeping it there into the ground. Another one here, and all of a sudden the confidence just rises a little.
I need to kick this one.
Cameron would be sensing that as well.
Just like the start of the second quarter, the ball has lived in their half of the ground again, Richmond, so it's a bit of a repeat dose. They just have to get the scoreboard pressure on.
Mummy ties up Nankervis, although Nankervis with a late hand on it.
Fat Mummy.
But in the end, Trent Cochin having to tackle him.
Straight up, please. Shane and Toby again.
100 kicks to throw to the ground there.
She's at least. Come away, Hopper. Look out, he's going to get run down. Got the kick away just. Taranto's been superb. Jesse Hogan, beautifully fed. He dribbles it, and it's going to go left. In fact, it might stay in the field of play. It does. Mansell in the end pretty happy to see it over.
Good fumble. You could hear the crowd there. They weren't that
Not sure.
in much in agreement with the umpires.
Not
JP.
sure. But it's for the first time in a while in the Giants' forward half. Sproul, Nankervis. Rioli just keeps it in. It's a very good smother from Sproul.
Excellent smother.
Giants are usually pretty good from this part of the ground at forward 50 stoppages. They often like to handball back to that guy that has that snapshot at goal. So Richmond will be all watching for that.
Deep in the Giants 50 here. Mumford trying to get a run and jump at it. Nankervis blocking the path. Floston with a dangerous clearing kick to Perryman. He's marked this right on the 50. So he's going to have to kick at 53. Ignores the lead of Taranto. Now settles in about kicking this goal. Hogan disappointed. He couldn't capture his attention. As Perryman hoiks it from 50, got it working back the right way, and that's why. What a kick. Perryman gets his first of the game and gets them back out to 51. A big hoist to the footy.
Great stoppage work there, quick kick, and then that's when you've got the defensive work behind that stoppage just to make sure the opposition can't get through. And what a kick. We've seen a lot of big kicks from this part of the ground, haven't we?
Yep.
Lloyd in the first quarter and then Perryman. Fantastic.
Wow.
Thought that might have been a recall bounce. It wasn't. Short. O'Halloran. Taranto. Good late fist on Kennedy. Ward back to O'Halloran. Nankervis has broken out of his hands. And they'll go again through O'Halloran. Hogan, free kick.
Holding. Advantage.
Free kick, advantage, goal. De Boer gets his second. And that's a body blow for the Tigers. Worked so hard to kick goals either side of the halftime break and get themselves just with a sniff. And in a minute and a half, GWS had kicked two of their own.
Well, they've had 19 scores from 31 inside 50s, the Giants, and it's because of efforts like that from Tim Taranto, back with the flight to make sure Nankervis doesn't just gobble up an easy intercept mark and turn that ball over to go the other way. That's been the difference. Tim Taranto outstanding.
Yeah, they've out-hunted them a little bit today, haven't they, GWS, in those contests.
Back to the middle. Mumford doing a fine job. Edwards through traffic. Coleman Jones, little tap there, favoured Lamberty. Just bangs it in, but they've got them so well covered behind the footy.
Got 15, play on.
Woodfield to Ward. Did well, and he can go and put it down the throat here of Himmelberg, and he turns and waits for a lead. Hogan just wants it in long. Himmelberg saying, okay, I need to take a little bit more ground, and then went for the sneaky little fine kick, and it was cut off by Lambert. Did well. Handball backwards, Cochin. Really nice work here from the Tigers' defence.
Where do they go from here with the footy? It's been a problem for them all night. 15-6 intercept marks the Giants' way. Long ball for Jack Revolt. Floating in front, Bolton. Wants to get and go. Can go off a step, and that's perfect. Shea Bolton. They'll keep coming.
Had a bit of individual brilliance, wasn't it, by Shea in the end? Terrific mark. He hasn't had a big dynamic game of footy today. Not a lot of impact, but if he can keep doing that, that'll make the Richmond fans happy. Well, the man on the mark confusion continues. And look at Dylan Grimes like he's waiting for the call. He looks at the umpire and thinks, where's the play on call? So nearly scored there, GWS, but great finish here by Shea Bolton coming in third in. Great step and long shot on goal.
And that Dylan Grimes thing can end in a 50-metre penalty.
That's right.
If you don't get the call play on and you move because
it's
you
50.
think you should have got it.
That's right.
It's really difficult. Umpires have got to be as switched on as the players do in that situation. There's the forward end for the Giants. Hogan just getting that V formation. Handball by Whitfield for the Bruin. Pressed here. O'Halloran. Been a good game. Finds De Boer. Thought about the handball. Now has to go. Turned short inside out. Got to 50. Long ball in. Wasn't great. Over the back. Garthwaite couldn't mark a ball that really he should have. Kennedy on the bottom of this.
Taranto again just swung an arm at it, did enough to get it back into a contest. Been good in the air.
Nice exit for the Tigers, but Steen's well placed. Morris Jr. almost able to rope that ball in. Coming to Haynes. Ward, look out.
Good chase.
Rioli had him. Now they find Cumming with some room. Move it on, play on. Oh, is that Cumming long one? Mountain of players in this marking contest. Kelly, is it going to come back? Not enough.
Shorty, compose, Shorty.
Short. Wants to go up the middle. He knows he's the designated kicker for any risk taking and just couldn't find anyone to get in there. Boston now is given plenty of room on the mark here by Taranto.
You can hear the umpire call outside 5. What that basically means, he has to stand right now if he's on the mark. If you're behind the mark, you can actually move left and right and back and forth. I think that's the difference that we're seeing in the rule.
Yep. Footy here. Jones there. Kennedy thought he was going to get some contact, but in the end he got none and fell over. Got the high tackle in the end. From Kennedy, one of those 6 changes that came back into the Giants side this week. They really picked up so much confidence from that win down in Geelong last week, the Giants. Kennedy now high ball. Hogan flew, couldn't reel it in. Floston to fend off, must get rid of it now. Does in the nick of time. Pressed here, round the corner, got to be perfect. Finds the opportunity with Coleman Jones.
Lynch, the target, might have been held by Steen.
Stand.
Go, go, go. Had to kick it. Why is he getting back?
Move it on.
What's he got ahead of him, Lynch? Rioli, the obvious target. Goes there. Taylor with a fist and a free kick.
GWS.
It's going to go the Giants' way.
Yeah, against Jack, I think it was, JB.
Well, it's up a little ginger. There we are.
Move out. Play on. Stand.
Goes sideways to Iden.
Play on.
Taranto. Ash. Stands up in the tackle, but hasn't released the footy. And a ball.
Rux, here we go. Keller.
Been at it all day, those two.
Zach. Keller. Here we go.
There's Prestia. Taranto now Bruin. Big attempt by Flossman at the back. Got the numbers here. Mantle. Short. Neat work. Dow. Can't get much going at the moment, the Tigers. Dow searching for something inside 50. Coleman Jones with an opt-down. Ralph Smith.
It is the part of the game they've struggled with, Richmond, is those slow plays inside 50. Jack Revol been really quiet. Just the one possession, which he had in the first 10 minutes of the game, so had a really big quiet patch.
304th game, 711 goals, 22nd on the list. Next scalp, by the way, cousin Nick on 718 goals. There's Bruin.
Sure about the kick. He might have caught the push. They'll go now through Lloyd. Back to Ward. Beautifully slotted to De Boer. He gets around De Boer. Himmelberg and in from the side, Taranto. Neither could hang on. Edwards out in front of Rioli. That's a very nice ball, and Morris Jr. just a little fumble. Beautiful pick up from Haynes. Drops it into the hole. O'Halloran.
And they're the key top contests for Richmond. As you get younger as a group, they're the little ones, those one-on-one contests with Rioli there. We've seen one previously with Ralph Smith where the old Richmond team would usually win those contests, but they're coughing them up and they're going back the other way. Which often happens with the younger players when you start to play them.
Xavier O'Halloran. For his first. And it's just going to miss.
So no damage done in this quarter, strangely enough. It's 2 goals apiece. Thing is, Tigers have got to do lots of damage.
Yeah.
4 umpires in shot there. 5 if you include the goalie. The back Sproul. Perryman. Edwards.
Yeah. Giants.
So Harry Perryman the free here. Forward, that was paid by the umpire.
Now.
The kick away from the contest.
Come on, stand.
Perryman, we saw that he's good kick, but this might surely would be testing his ability. Searching for anyone that can offer something. In the end, just goes long and looking for Hogan over the back. Was Himmelberg able to fly freely? Plenty of Tiger jumpers there. Stack to Shorty. Doubles back into traffic and then gave a touchy one to Stack. Now Short just bangs it on the boot. Got it out of trouble. Lynch out there, but over the back here is Peatling.
Another intercept mark. They're racking them up. Flick back to Steen. O'Halloran. Repeat entries here. Almost Nankervis. They all fall on top of the ball. Perryman trying to rip it out of there.
I've seen a lot of occasions tonight, the Richmond defenders, Ordnance getting their hands to the ball and just not being able to rope it in. It's just very different from the Richmond teams of old.
And Curvis to the back. Rioli, Cochin. Ralph Smith can run onto this. Instead of that, he put a little toe poke on it. Shea Bolton. Good tackle. Put on Parker. They've been all over them, GWS. Kennedy this time. Back into the side, Adam Kennedy. Hogan to fly from the back, just the one hand elevated. Sproul on the up, looked toward, missed him. Mansell taken in a pretty good tackle. And there'll be another ball up.
It's a good example there. The Richmond players can't break the tackles. The GWS players seem to be getting through quite easily.
Sprout. Ash. Throw it in. So Josh Kelly, 23 touches today. Jaden Short leads the Tigers with 24. Not a lot of scoring in this quarter, in recent minutes anyway. Just under 6 to go. Sprout taking on the bigger Nankervis. In the middle, and Zach Cumming done a brilliant job today. Down the corner, and neat kick. Ward. Now, Lepper mentioned before we've had a lot of kicks from long range tonight, and Callum Ward's decided he's going to join that party. See if he can do some damage from here, because this is a genuine 55-metre kick.
Been relatively successful, everyone who's tried though, haven't they? Liam Baker on the other side from about this area.
Kicked the Giants' first ever goal back in 2012, did Callum Ward. In he comes from 55, he's hoisted it long, and he's stretched it, and he's got it, and he's enjoying that. Oh, a fine kick from Ward.
Goes by the nickname of Cement. That's how hard he is, Bristol. From a young kid, he's been known as Cement. Look at the big smile. That's great.
He is a hard nose, isn't he? Great kick. He's really enjoyed that, hasn't he?
It was a whopping kick from Ward, but set up again off a good intercept mark from Cumming, and just no hesitation to then get the ball moving. The only way there's space there for Ward is if he goes straight away. Just the confidence to get that ball moving.
So just Leon Cameron in conversation with the doctors down in the bottom there, and now I'm going to tell the runner to go out and just keep an eye on it, Ab. I wouldn't mind betting that something's going to happen here now. Are they thinking about taking a player off that's feeling a little bit sore or something of that nature, JB?
Medical sub style, BT, you're talking? Okay, short.
I think so.
Long one. In from the side, Taylor couldn't impact. Kelly did well. Perryman. This is Taylor. Picked up now by Graham. Squaring ball, Haynes and Steen. And it's Steen who takes the mark.
Although, Abby, Riccardi's not warming up at the moment, so it doesn't look like it's a sub at this stage, does it?
No, he's still very much so just sitting at the back of the bench, but cheering his absolute lungs out. He's loving it back there.
Short one from Steen, finds Haynes. Got Kelly on, middle of the ground. No, Lepper. Jack Revolt, just the one touch. Sam Taylor is an emerging defender. This is a big scalp. He's a fine footballer. Jack Revolt, halfway through the third term to keep him to just the one possession.
And they've looked after each other so well in the air, as we talked about. They're always away. He's the one that actually has looked good for him in the air at the times. Coleman Jones, he's really strong when he puts his arms up.
And he's pointing to the goals too, so why not? It's been a long-range sort of night. Set up kick. Nankervis and Mumford there as well. Bolton tried about 3 fend-offs. And that's too many.
And all of those defenders, they're 30, so their ability not just to play on their opponent, but to come across and help out, just have been terrific tonight. Haynes and Steen and all those players down there are just really supporting each other.
It's 9 intercept marks in their defensive 50 that they've taken. So the 30 times Richmond have gone in, 9 times it's just been killed by GWS completely. And that's what often feeds Revolt's game, not just in the air, but once it gets to ground, so creative and effective.
Iden. Just keeping an eye on the Giants bench. Although Riccardi not warming up, certainly Jason McCartney and Leon Cameron in long conversation down there a moment ago. Prestia. Daniel Rioli. Got him high, I reckon.
Still high free kick, Adam Kennedy. It was initially to you, Shane.
Edwards behind the play.
Goes,
Kennedy.
Yeah, fairway behind the play, wasn't it?
And then he went again.
So So that'll go to Kennedy at half-back.
Just adds to another one of those unnecessary free kicks, doesn't it, that we spoke about at half-time.
Yep. Ash, who's
Outside 5.
done a good job on the gun pressed here. Down the line with a high footy. Taranto in the middle of that pack. Ward squeeze the trigger. Hopper, Kennedy. Look at them run out wide. The orange jumpers here. Taranto in traffic. Gets it into a hole. Good looking kick. Himmelberg was there. Gee, it was brilliant play from the Giants. Flossen's going to end it, but it was really good stuff.
Baker. Dribbles it down the line. It's slapped on by Jack. That's straight into the path of Iden. And now O'Halloran can get involved. Rewalt. Taken in a tackle. Not sure how he disposed of that. Ball in-balling around. It's Ward now with just the one hand. Flicked it to Kennedy. He kicks it straight into the man standing in front of him. Iden tried to work his way through. Jack out the back. Easy hit up for Bolton. And now Shea Bolton, after kicking the last one for the Tigers, can go back and slot their 7th.
Very much a Richmond shot at goal. This comes off the back of a great pressure by Dow and great smother, which creates the front half turnover. That's the Richmond we've come to know and love over the last 3 or 4 seasons, and Bolton gets the shot on goal.
Kicked to beauty moments ago. That was on the run. This is a more set shot style. It looks left. Took a fair bit of the post.
How's his season been this year, Leopard, do you reckon, Bolton?
I think he's been good. He's been one of their better players. I mean, he did finish 5th in the best and fairest last year, so he's probably equalled that. Probably hasn't gone higher than that. He probably equalled his season from last.
Good inset mark here from Baker. And he does, just as the umpire suggests, goes to that one-on-one contest. Coleman Jones had a second bite, ripped it away. Whitfield gave it to Peatling, who was going in the wrong direction. Now Whitfield's under attack and somehow kept it alive. Did he really? Interesting. Hogan. Immediately to Himmelberg. So their tall forwards have come right up the ground, knowing that it's the last minute of the quarter here to help in defence, and they're probably not going to score. There's just no players beyond where this ball's kicked to at the moment for the Giants, so can't really go forward. Van Curvis, Stack, I think it was, underneath all of that. Siren sounds to complete the quarter. The Giants led by 50 at half-time. They lead by 58 at three-quarter time.
Yo, Milo, can I ask you a question? Who are you saying frogs to? I want to know. Let me know. Let me know, bro. I'll have to hear it. Alright, while you guys watching the footy, this is the kind of comments I did. Alright, I'll respond to people. You guys want to see. Alright, so this is the comments that I said. Hold on. Let's see. I just saw this trait there, right? This is kind of embarrassing. So this is what I said. I love it when people talk trash to the Richmond Football Club. This guy named Tiger Mark is like, yep, Jack's finished. Club are delusional to think he can go on. And then, this is what, yeah, and I said, I love it when people talk trash to the Richmond Football Club. And then I was like, legit people are clowns. They can't think properly. It's actually true. This guy is also a North Melbourne player as well, guys, according to his ad. And he's like, destiny equals over. And I was like, imagine being toxic when you lost to Richmond. Get a job. Obviously, I think, because they got so mad when they lost to, you know, Richmond. This guy then said, tough, effing tough, it's worse than the effing I, one tough. I wellness the shit out of me. Come on, boys, you can't win, I know that, but just give me something to smile at and look forward to the future of the second half. I disagree what he said, and I was like, mate, they're trying their hardest. Sometimes they lose, sometimes they win. It's just a game, which is actually true. Because I just can't believe when people was like, oh yeah, they lost, ha ha ha, get effing shit on. Like, obviously, you can't, if you're not a fan of the Richmond Football Club, then why don't you just unfollow them and not look at their tweets? And it's also pissing me off when I see it every single week, when I see people talking trash. So I had to respond. And of course, he didn't say anything. This guy said, tough, that was an embarrassing second quarter. I was like, they're trying their hardest. I don't think you get it if you don't play footy. Of course, no response. I think just people want attention. That's it. Connor, I do go for the Tigers, but like, I'm gonna say 1,000 times. I do go for them, but I support every team though. But I just hate it when people will just go every single week. I go on Richmond's Twitter and I see people just talking shit about other players. Like, it's not gonna do anything. You're just talking about people who, you know, they're good at this game. Sometimes they're not good. Sometimes they're good. Like, I don't understand when people just say, oh yeah, get rid of Jack, get rid of freaking, oh yeah, Shyborn. Like, no. It's honestly hilarious. And me, honestly, I've been getting a bunch of headaches because of these people. They're just making shit tweets. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. I did for many times, but it's kind of annoying. See what Job's doing. He's playing Fortnite too. Let's see. Is he on the lobby? He's not. He's in the lobby, but he's with no one. I think he's eating. Couple minutes, 3 minutes or so. Can't wait to see what people will say again. I love to respond to these kids. You're just talking crap. Let's see. Doesn't tell me how long.
GWS tonight and the calibre of players that they have to come back in, things might just be starting to click at the right time. There's Phil Davis on screen, but Toby Green will come back next week. Caniglio, Reid, Finlayson, Daniels, Tom Green currently missing from this side tonight, but we do foresee them being able to come back in over the next few weeks and into a final series, so really important for the Giants there.
They are dangerous at full strength, Ab, no doubt about that, as the ball bounced to restart this game.
No.
Ward flicked it to Kelly.
They're too scared to respond.
Coming on the stretch. They go inside 50 again. Doesn't quite get to Jesse Hogan. Good mark taken, Rioli.
Just gonna check which one say anything.
Just back on Taranto, Lepper. How good when you can spit one of your elite midfielders forward and he just drags forward for you.
It's not often it happens, does it? That just shows the depth, and we saw the players that they got missing in this lineup to come back in, and it's just exciting times for the Giants. This is as good as a live performance I've seen this year by any team, the way they've dismantled Richmond today.
Kelly. Missing last week. We were told that if it was longer than a 5-day break, he would have played. There's a coughed up handball. Perryman can turn around. He'll get a free here. Anyway, I reckon, for a late hit.
Late bump. Harry, you've got the choice for the point or another shot. Thank you.
So
give you the choice. Thanks,
just
Shane.
on the Giants, today's and Lepper, where do you rank them in the final sides that remain? Are they in the 7th spot where they are, or are they potentially better than that? What do you think?
Well, I haven't seen them play this well all year. This GWS is better than an 8th, 7th, 8th position team. They can challenge some of the best. There's no doubt if they continue this style of footy.
Perryman for his second. Went the same way as the first kick.
They went down to Geelong last week and dismantled them as well. I know it's not the Richmond of old, but they've done an absolute number on them. So in the form they're in, with the players they've got now for depth, I think they could do some damage, take a scalp.
Will have won 3 of their last 4 games. Carlton to come in the final game. So a timely vein of form, and as Abby said, with a lot of those players still to come back into the side. Maybe their ranking does change. High footy and curvers to the boundary.
And what they've done is they've outworked Richmond, so they've outspread them, they've outhunted them. The ability to bust through their tackles, and then the ability to take them to ground. They've done every part of the game they've done better, and it's just playing at a different level, a much higher level than what the Tigers are at the moment.
Is this temporary for the Tigers? We'll come back in just a moment as
Holding.
Rioli was held. Is this just temporary for the Tigers until they get full teams back with injuries, etc., do you think?
Oh, I think so. I just think we can't judge Richmond on the team they're putting out at the moment. There's too much inexperience in this side, particularly in the back half of their ground, and that's where you need your experience and your composed heads.
Mansell.
Move it on. Plum.
Again, forced to go very long. Hopper and Whitfield, good tackle by Jack Revolt.
I think with Richmond there's a personnel issue, as Lepper touched on, but I think in the off-season too, a bit of redesigning what the Richmond method is, because teams have picked the eyes out of this for 4 years now, and some of their real weapons have been picked apart, so
for the
just
first
trying to add to those.
For the first time, Days, they'll get a full pre-season to do it in about 5 years, I reckon.
That handball's got too much heat on it. De Boer able to get a hand in, but Rioli able to stretch away. Parker. Look to Lynch. Taylor able to get him at ground level, but he handballs back into traffic. Parker. Across the ground, Edwards. Beautiful pickup. And that's not going to work. It's going to land in the hands of Haynes, who takes another intercept mark for the Giants.
Yeah, he's been ultra impressive tonight, JB.
The Giants, BT, huge tick for Leon Cameron. When you go back and assess who he hasn't been able to select this year, it is quite extraordinary.
And it's not just this year. Go back 3 years, JB.
So, but this year, to get his team able to access a finals game with the carnage the medical rooms had to deal with, it is a huge tick for him.
As well as the logistical carnage that they've had to endure as well.
8 weeks so far on the road. Amazing. De Boer only met up with their families, I think, just over a week ago or under a week ago. There's Sproul.
Move out. Thank you.
Lead of Hogan was just a touch early. He wasn't back and balanced and ready to deliver then Sproul when Hogan went. He's disappointed, Hogan, but he did go too early. Now Ward into a bit of a hole and got to go, and he does. Kennedy almost. Boston able to bang it back, but that wall set up behind the footy now with Whitfield.
He goes with a penetrating low one. That's picked off by Rioli. How comfortable does he look behind the ball? Mansell.
Stand.
Back to Rioli.
These are the wins that Damien Hardwick has to look to this year. The win of Daniel Rioli becoming a long-term player in this part of the ground. Callum Coleman-Jones and the games he's got into him this year as well. The growth of Marbior Chol even. So there is some great wins there for Richmond, which I'm sure they'll focus on.
So the Daniel Rioli experiment back, you think stays even with their best team, Lever?
I think so, in their best team. I think Basher Hawley's probably, you know, not there next season, so they need that position replaced anyway, and I think he's a great fit.
GWS, no handball. Dylan, stand.
Josh Kelly with possession 30. High one, looking for Hogan at the back, and did well Rioli just to spoil the momentum of Hogan. No mark here to Kennedy, heard the touch call. Backwards to Hopper. Ash now pointing in that direction, and that's exactly where Whitfield went. Whitfield slicing kick as well. Iden gets onto this. He hasn't kicked the career goal, and he won't kick one here either as he gets it to Himmelberg. I think this for the first goal of the last quarter, is it?
Yep. Just moved the ball so well, GWS. They've taken 124 marks today, so it's been an amazing effort.
Looking for their 100th win, the Giants, and they are going to get it here tonight. And with no crowd here, we could hear them before they even got on the ground, Daisy, and we've heard it before the game at half-time, haven't we?
Yeah, they're up and about. We're 100 metres away from their race, and we could hear them before they got out of the rooms.
And when Richmond come out, not a thing. It's amazing the difference in confidence and involvement.
Long from short, and that's a nice mark there by Nan Curvis out wide. I guess sometimes being on the road you can galvanise.
Yeah.
Certainly Richmond were able to do that last year with their incredible premiershippers. Haynes again gets in the way. Baker ground level. Coleman-Jones gets closed down. Nice and hard. Steen. Bruin. Taranto. Big defensive fist on him to Floston. Nice spot up.
Stand.
Of Parker out wide.
Hot pass.
Tries to run away and then needs some running support inside 50. There's Lynch. Nice leading lane presented for him. Side on bodies and
the bump's not dead.
Fair contact days. And that's nice for Lynch. So got 2 on the night. Team's only kicked 6, so he's been a fair contributor. Tommy Lynch. Thumping into the post. Jeez, that noise was loud.
That woke me up. Gee. The noise of that, we often say the woodwork, but of course they're aluminium.
Metal work.
That's how they get them to go so straight,
Of course
JB.
he is.
It's actually been okay, Tom Lynch, tonight. 2 goals, 2, and he's looked lively, looked a bit better than his previous few weeks.
No edge required on that decision then. Let's not forget the Giants started the season as well, JB. 0-3. And had to come back from that as well.
I'll be back in 1 to it.
There's Steen, who looks like a nice old hard nut. Across the ground. Stack. Dow, Ward, Rewalt. Dow again. Onto Graham, and look who's standing by himself, Coleman-Jones. And he'll line up for an easy one at the top of the square. Coleman-Jones, just in his 8th game of footy. Shouldn't have any trouble converting. First goal of the last quarter coming some 10 minutes into it. It's back to 52 points. I wonder whether someone like Coleman Jones, with this experience he's getting, is going to end up starting for the Tigers next year, or whether he's going to be waiting for someone in front of him to get injured or out of form.
Well, Richmond have scored a few times from the front half turnover in almost exactly this fashion. It's been a strength of the Giants tonight, switching the ball, but on that occasion it failed, which has happened about 3 or 4 times tonight, and Richmond got on the end of it. And Coleman Jones just lurking forward in anticipation of that turnover.
Been going at it all night. Mumford and Nankervis. Here's Ward.
Pushing it back, downfield.
And a downfield free. Interesting point, good point you made before, BT, about Richmond finally getting to have a full pre-season.
Yeah. 3
premierships and a prelim in the year they missed.
Yep.
Means you start your pre-season a month later than everyone else, but the season starts at the same time for everyone.
It must be a big disruption to planning.
Well, particularly when the grand final last year was later in the season as well, so you add that to it as well. They've had a really difficult prep for probably 3 or 4 seasons, so they'll probably look forward to this opportunity to rebuild for next year and get some time into their players.
So get some players into surgery that need it,
yep,
and give them the proper time to recover from it. Nankervis, good handball. Stack worked his way through. Parker. Rioli goes on a bit of an expedition, and then no. Taranto, the gift he got from the big ruckman, and it was Mumford who was able to walk in and kick the goal. Bit of salt in the wound. And then Nankervis, a wobbly handball. Okay. And it was Mumford who got on the end of the handball from Taranto, the big man. Have a look at Big Mummy.
Jeez.
That's a running style right there.
Have a look at Jason McCartney. Big Mummy come off the bench, and he's too scared to say anything to him.
That's what happens when they play Shane Mumford. 7 wins, 3 losses. When he's not in the side, 2 wins, 7 losses. That's how important he is.
So, yeah, it's interesting how they use him, isn't it?
Not sure Toby Nankervis wanted to get involved in the chain that deep in the defensive half either, by the way, Days. Big ruckman. He didn't want any part of it for good reason.
Brennan Gale and Neil Baum.
Yeah, what a great job they've done. Regardless of what happens tonight, they've been the benchmark. The Tigers, great pickup. Shea Bolton. Numbers in the end got him. Tanner Bruin. And another downfield free. There have been lots of them. Damien Hardwick, 3-time premiership coach. Taranto goes to a pretty hot spot, but the only one there was Coleman Jones.
Just on Mumford, you bring up an interesting point. I'm just looking through the games he played this year, and he's tended to play in 2-game blocks. 2 and then a rest, and then another 2 and a rest, and 2 and then a rest. That appears to be the way that he's gone for most of the year with Mumford, obviously because of his age and his body. And
they may not have intended to rely on him.
Yep. Well, certainly, and I believe he's been big in the mentor role there for the up-and-comers as well. All out wide here and over the line.
Well, they got Braden Pruce across, who was injured early and hasn't really had a look at it, but they've got Briggs, Matt Flynn on the list, so he probably was there more intended to do a mentoring role, but he's been so vital to their success.
And been really good with the young guy Briggs, who was in the side last week and got left out this week. But he's apparently been a great mentor for him. Very selfless sort of operator, I would think, is Shane Mumford.
Well, those numbers are more than just coincidence. I mean, that's 7 and 2 when he's not playing. 7 and 3 the other way when he is a big endorsement of what he does for this team.
Well, if you're Leon Cameron and you know that stat, you'd be just icing him up right now, wouldn't you? Just getting him ready for the bigger battles to come.
The way they're going to have some of them as O'Halloran gets it. The ball use by foot has been superb tonight. coming.
Play on.
Low bullet, beautiful for Hogan.
I think when you're talking Mumford, I think only Burgoyne and Mundy are older than him in the competition.
And as you said earlier tonight, he's carrying 110 around. Jesse Hogan, that's his night. Great to see him back. That's got the trip, it's straight enough. And no, it hasn't. So play on. Stack able to walk his way through, but ran into all sorts of trouble. Hogan goes back to find the ball. Taranto with 4 on the night. And a ball up.
Boys were crashing in there.
Rux, who we got? Rux. Callum. Jack.
Umpire Jacob Morrison looking at Sproul and saying, really? You're the ruckman? Parker. Stack. With the one-hand reel in, was looking to get it to Dow. Cochin had to make it work, and well done by Dow to set up Cochin. That's not such a good one, and made it tough work for Lambert.
Let's go.
And on the Richmond also, we're probably missing one player, JB, that we haven't spoken a lot about, number 4.
Yep.
He'll make this team a little bit better when he comes back next year.
Well, just 2 of their last 8, the Tigers.
Yeah, I would imagine that the same numbers apply to Dusty when he plays.
Yep.
His influence is quite extraordinary. I only need to go back to round 9 when these two last played. 28 points for the Giants it was, halfway through the 3rd quarter, and then Dusty just turned it up and got his side home. He'll be back next year, of course. Short able to bring it away. We understand he's back in Melbourne, Dusty, so that's good news. Getting himself back to full health.
This guy here, Jaden Short, doesn't get enough kudos in this football team. He just always runs, always delivers. I think this is his 4th possession in this chain. He's best and fairest winner last year. A terrific player.
Taylor with the fist in. Dow. Handball for Nankervis. It was Whitfield who was able to close him straight down. No prior baller.
I think he's gone into quarantine in Melbourne, has Dusty, which is interesting because, you know, coming straight out of hospital, I wonder whether he requires any attention at all in that quarantine period, or whether they just put him in a room and lock him away for 14 days. I'm not sure what the process there is when someone's come directly out of hospital with such a serious injury.
Go within, 10.
Presti, I'm sure they'd be able to get medical attention. I'm sure of that. Of course they would.
The mail out of Richmond is that his health is good.
Right.
And that is obviously all that matters. So that's great news.
There's Dion Prestia, 173rd game for Prestia. Looking to knock this one through off to the left and minor score.
Dion was probably looking for that free kick from Hockey Asher about 3.5 quarters, and he finally got one and got his shot on goal. But it's been a terrific duel, that one.
Steen gets it from Ward. They've looked inboard all night, nothing on, so long down the line. Hogan provides a contest. Stolen by Taranto. Lloyd closed down. Bruin. Ash. Not sure where that's going. Thumping ball across the line, but it's all Richmond ground level. Dow. Revolt. Very quiet night for him now. Prestia flicks it on to Morris Jr. Step inside and bang. Love that. Showbolton and a goal. And Morris Jr. has been quiet, but that was a lovely step, and Showbolton was in the beneficiary of it.
It's the only time they've got themselves in trouble, the Giants, is that long, big switch across the ground. And the Tigers, scored again from it. So apart from those few blips, they've been really good.
2 for Bolton on the night.
Bit of a tired kick it was from Lockie Ash that just hung in the air a bit long for the turnover. And Shea Bolton, he's tried all night really. 15 disposals, couple of goals now.
Would have liked to have seen him sprint over to Morris Jr. and give him a bit of a high five, because he made that happen for him. And while it wasn't necessarily that important for Bolton, it is for the young kid. Confidence, I reckon. Would have went out the back. Bolton again, right foot slammer. Hit the aluminium.
It's copped a pounding, that aluminium.
It has.
BT, you said at the start of tonight you had the great pleasure of playing with Morris Senior.
Yeah.
When you were at the Tigers, and anyone who grew up in the West watched with glee when he played for South Fremantle. What a superstar.
Yeah, he was. Well, I fell in love as a young footballer myself with his brother Sebastian Rioli, who's the father of Dean, of course. And it was just Riolis from then on for me. They were just inspirational. Sebastian was just an absolute superstar in the waffle.
His dad was an absolute jet. Long ball for the Giants. Big fly from the back, Himmelberg. And then, interesting tackle. Play on the call, and now a ball up.
Talk about the Rioli family over here mixed up with Richmond, of course. Probably more than any other club in Australia was South Fremantle, where so many Riolis went and played. Remember, I think Morris had seven other brothers, JB, and a few of them, I think at least 3 or 4 actually played there. Not a significant amount as the goal here is off to the left-hand side.
Well, the great Malcolm Brown was such a unabashed fan of Indigenous footballers, and they had lots of them at South Fremantle.
Well, they did, and in that area there, it was unreal. Benny Vagona, the cousin of Morris, Stephen Michael, Basil Campbell, Seb Rioli, Cyril Jr. as well.
Stephen Michael may have been the best of them all and just never came to the VFL. Iden. Little handball for Haynes. Won multiple Sandover medals, though, the great TI. In the AFL Hall of Fame, and so he should be, as that one's taken over.
I think Benny Vagona was probably as good as Morris. That was Morris's cousin, of course, but he decided he didn't want to come over.
Good night for Leon Cameron.
Yep.
In fact, good fortnight. Extraordinary win last week down at Geelong with a real make-peace team, and got good stock back tonight, and they've been great again. Iden just missed with the handball. Ralph Smith bear-hugged. Ball up.
And they've always faced different challenges, haven't they, the Giants as a club, than any other team. They always get their best players picked off every season. So I think of any club, they have to reform a bit more on the run than most others in the game, given the talent they've had on their list over the last 6 or 7 seasons.
Bolton zigging and zagging, gave it to Parker. Had to get it away very quickly. Good pick up by Dow. Rewalt on the charge. Puts it up in the air. Baker's got it all to do in this one-on-one contest. All he can do is spoil. Whitfield. Baker's got him in the tackle. Did he have an opportunity to get rid of it? No, says the umpire.
Held up so well down back. I mean, they lost 8 core in the off-season. Davis injured for big parts of this year.
Mumford. Prestia. Baker. Centering ball, Lynch. Bolton caught in the one-arm tackle by Iden.
And they finally found a big defender in Buckley, who was playing really well, and then of course did his knee, but they've just kept finding other guys who could step up.
Revolt charging through, taken by Haynes. Wobbly ball's going to land with Floston. You've got Carlton next week, GWS. So much to happen before we settle on a final 8. This performance tonight will do them no harm at all. Garthwaite. Stack. Big, long banger. Now, Jack Revolt gets a little bit of room and a ball he likes. loves this set shot situation too, Jack. Get the feeling he could almost do this with his eyes closed. He's done it so many times.
Stand there.
Never going anywhere but through. Jack gets his first. Been a quiet night for the star.
Be happy to finish the game with a better last quarter, Jack. I think just the 5 disposals in the last quarter, which gives him a little bit of form going into the next week.
That's what it looks like. Wondered whether that draw against North Melbourne was actually going to hurt the Giants, but it might give them what they need, provided they can keep winning. And Richmond, as I showed earlier, they are now going to have every card fall their way.
They are indeed. Minute left in this game. Both ruckmen still in the contest. That's why the umpire let it go there. Presti was on his way, but goes against the Tigers.
Stand. Time on.
So Haynes, who was so dynamic early in the game when it was in the balance. Peatling with a small leg there. So this is going to be a massive win for the Giants there, because consolidating their spot inside the 8. 7th position for them, and one more game to come. Carlton probably be at this venue, or not sure whose game it is in fact, but O'Halloran, De Boer, Rioli's handball setting up Edwards. Low hard ball. Rioli Jr. steps back and kicks the goal. No problems at all. So Maurice Rioli Jr. able to convert that one, his 2nd career goal and his 2nd career game.
Quiet night, BT, but he's had a couple of nice moments in the last 5 minutes.
Yep, he has.
Just a glimpse into his talent, isn't it? Just something like that, just the awareness to know where the opposition was, dodge around, settle quickly. Well, as you can see here, young Maurice Rioli off another front half turnover for Richmond. That's something they've done really well in the second half of this game, but just that little shimmy right there from Maurice Rioli Jr. Great bit of talent.
They'll be watching in the top end, and plenty more where that came from. So nearly done. A couple of late ones for the Tigers. Bruin able to stretch away. Running back is Ward. No free for him in the air. It's De Boer. Taranto been superb, kick 4. And there's the siren. Big winning for GWS. They have set up a look at the final 8.
Alright, guys. Alright, guys, that will be it for the stream today. I appreciate everyone coming out today. So, there'll be 2 things before I'm going to say now. First thing is, because of Richmond losing, guys, next week will be our last week of streaming football matches until next year, alright? Since they lost, we're not going to see them in the finals. No finals for Richmond. That means no streams for the finals. That's what's going to be happening. I apologize, but that's what I think about. But hopefully next year will be a very good year. I will be streaming the last stream next week for round 23 before until next year. So next week will be our last week of footy for round 23. And then basically we'll come back to next year, where round 1 will play next year in March. Alright, so I know it's very unfortunate, but I'm not going to be doing that. I decide to. And yeah, I apologize, but do not worry, guys. There will be 2 streams tomorrow for Geelong, St Kilda, and Brisbane versus Collingwood, and then also Essendon versus Suns. All right, and then next week we are last week, and then once that week is done, round 23, bye footy, and we'll see footy again next year. I hope you all enjoyed that stream today. And I'm a little bit sick, so I'm gonna go end the stream now. I'm deciding not to play Fortnite towards the end after the game. So I appreciate everyone coming out today. And I know it's a very bad game. But now, guys, because of their points down to 98, there's no way we can go up to the 8 because the points are decreased to 98. So you can see other teams that have 104 points, stuff like that, and there's no other way. So unfortunately, if we won against Hawthorn next week, we still won't be in the finals because our points are very low. So that means it's going to be season over for Richmond. I apologize, but that's what's going to happen. But I'll see you all guys tomorrow. And again, I won't be streaming the finals, but once it's next week, basically, once it's next week, will be our last week for footy, and then we'll come back to footy again next year. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Alright, so I apologize. I know many people who are Richmond fan are very upset, but still, there's still people who are just being very little shits on Twitter, just complaining and stuff like that. We're not complaining about Richmond, but we're just complaining about people who are just being little shits and just talking crap about Richmond and stuff like that. Where in case of, I want to just, it's just very annoying. And once I end the stream, I have to go and respond to people, and there's going to be drama on Twitter. Ignore it. I'm just here to defend, Richmond Football Club for people just being toxicity. So yeah, until then, you guys heard what I said. Alright, make sure you guys take note of that. Tomorrow, Sunday, we'll stream the footy. Next week will be our last week for footy, and then there will be no footy streams until next year in March because Richmond's not in the finals. Alright, till then, take care, talk soon, and goodbye.